zero gravity for 7 seconds. Oh fuck! I'm blown away. Oh god. Let's get this loaded up.
I'm gonna take these tires and just lock them up to the bike outside.
All right. I just was kind of when I was moving some stuff in there, I was just like, "The shit's on my way." Fuck it.
I was like, where the fuck do I put this? And I just figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, I know with your game stuff, you just really move it from the rest of your.
I don't know where to put it. I guess I really don't know. I'm thinking about getting rid of it.
Yeah, dude. Oh wait, no, what? Oh, okay, okay, we got it. I definitely got to play that. Some Wind Waker, bruh. I'll turn this on. I'm not too surprised, but it has to be in good condition, and I will admit, I mean, the case would probably make it higher value. I'm sure you could still get a really great value for it, but I mean, why would you want to sell it?
I got this Pokemon Coliseum. You ever played this one? This is worth like damn near 200, bro.
I think I might have played it. I don't remember.
You ever played Bionicles?
I had the actual Bionicles.
Yeah, well, it's the video game.
Oh.
That's like a campaign and
Oh,
actual
dude.
story.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Once I get into school, I'm gonna stop going to the bar as much and just legit play video games more. It's just so cold, dude. Too. I've got the 4-pack. This one. You've got Majora's Mask.
Hell yeah.
You've got Ocarina of Time, and then you've got Zelda 2, and then you've got Link's Awakening. All on one disc.
Nice.
And then I got Spyro of the, what's it called? You remember playing this one?
You know, I wish I did, but I don't. I never had it as a kid growing up.
There's another one that you'll like, Star Fox.
Well, you already know I'm gonna be like probably.
Bro, this one you're not in the plane all
I know.
the time. You're actually on the ground with like guns and you're
Yeah, I
like
know.
jumping around like Fox.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a game where they also introduced a Crystal Fox too. I think.
I don't remember. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it. But
You never played it, and yet you have it. Okay, that's a little.
no, I bought it. I played it like when I was a kid. I remember having fun playing it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I just have so many retro games now, dude.
Well,
Like,
frankly, that's kind of the way to go. I feel like.
yeah,
these
did
days.
you hear about like the Humanist Report? He did the fucking
With the digitalization and
yeah. And
I was trying to warn you and tell you about this shit because I've been like kind of on the trying to be a little ahead of curve on hearing about that shit because it's like
Dude,
I'm a gamer.
These
I
are
mean,
about
and
to go up in value now. Dude,
it's about to get.
Bro, I probably have like $2,000 plus
Yeah.
in video games now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it ever got rough for me, money-wise, I don't want to sell them, but if I got to, I got that Michael Jordan fucking card.
Yeah.
that's mint. I got some fucking comic books that are mint.
Yeah, you got some.
I got some collector items, man.
Yeah.
I got instruments I could cannibalize. I don't want to do that either.
Nah. Definitely don't want to do that.
It's just, you know.
That's what happens to me when I would go to my friend's house who had everything growing up. I mean, it's just stuff that's collected over the years, but alright. Mail you a jar of rose scented gay rubbing cream? Fuck. Okay. I guess if you want. I guess if you want to, this. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do all messages and shit, y'all. There we go. I like your mustache, miss. I fucking love it.
If you
What?
ever use some of the towels, feel free to just throw them in your bin and wash them with your stuff.
Well, I already did, so I folded them up and put those towels back up in there, so.
Alright, I'm just saying. Alright, never mind.
I kind of was already ahead of you on that one, I think. I'm a turtle heading, but it's all love, homie. You're a turtle? How's McConnell doing when it comes to the Turtleites with the reptilian empire? Supposedly now he's out of the hospital. Which I also don't believe either, by the way. I just deadass don't believe that guy's like alive or out of the hospital. With how like secretive and like, nah, he's totally alive, guys. Definitely not in like a coma or anything, or like a vegetable.
I opened this juice like a couple weeks ago. It's like almost full. But you know I'm paranoid about things going bad.
Smell it. I guess I'm the one to do it.
Yeah, you would know better than me with the smells. So I opened it and I put it back in the fridge, but
Oh fuck!
bad.
No. Wasn't strong, but that was a scent for sure. McConnell's in Israel. What, like his actual brain? Because I wouldn't be too surprised. It probably is. Is this a white Christian actually saying out? No, it's not. It's not. The Madonna state of heaven, inshallah, God willing, will rise against all y'all, and will succumb and consume all of the land. I'll tell you this much right now: asking for it is literally the exact opposite way to get it. Just to let you know. Crystal fascism now. Yeah, now for 6 feet in the grave. Fuck that ideology. And fuck the idea that, Jesus totally would be supporting that shit. You motherfuckers are literally look at Jesus Christ himself and probably shoot him in the head. Because he looks more akin to a Palestinian, like, Arab, more so than, like, some white, Aryan, blue-eyed, blonde-haired motherfucker. So, get fucked. But you can see all his love around you. Sure, Bo. Yeah, totally. Did you used to make shortbread cookies for a local church you look familiar to me? Nope. I don't partake or affiliate with any goddamn church. Also, what's the timestamp on it? Okay, cool. We're a little of 10 minutes. About maybe like 5-ish minutes and gonna like dip for a second, but I'll come back in a little bit. It's a little thing I'm doing, but I'm just waiting for its time to be done. Flag does on your wall. It's basically just like an equivalent of like a labor left flag, like a leftist labor, kind of flag. yo, bro, you already are screaming. Literally all caps screaming, but it's like, if he mimics me one more time, I'm going to scream. You literally are doing that right now. Like, what are you, like 10? Like, jeez. What are the views on in the left? Everyone deserves to have healthcare and a basic comfortable standard of living for for 2 starts right off the bat. And another one is like at least at the another part of my philosophy and principle is to at least be an advocate for workers to be owning and also being able to operate as well the actual ownership of when it comes to company and including to limit extend its government as well, which is more akin towards like syndicalism, which is what also that kind of represents. But at the same time, there's other values that are kind of seen as conservative that I also hold to. Like, you go so far left, you get your guns back kind of idea. You're a communist socialist. Well, socialist, syndicalist, anarchist, kind of that sphere of things, but sure. Communist slang meat. I like Grandpa's Revenge. I like the cut of this guy's jib. Neat butt. Hey, gotta eat that booty out somehow, right? There's no getting your guns back. America is embedded in our constitution, so give it up, you guys. It's a figure of speech. Like, because liberals and centrists tend to be very anti-gun, and they're like, oh, scary, and try to do a lot of like gun restrictions and a lot of gun control laws and shit like that. But if you look at not just the conservative right, but also a little bit more of like even to the progressive left and left, that they're a little bit more friendly and if anything supportive of gun rights just as much as conservatives can be. I'll tell you this much, I'm definitely like, if there is a quote conservative value I own, it's definitely like, yeah, pro 2A. Pro shit moment. Still gonna be able to have guns anyway. Yeah. You can't really just get rid of, the fact that, like, yeah, guns are just here in this country. You can't get rid of them. I mean, you can at least limit certain people from not not having them because there are some people that just shouldn't own them, in my opinion. People who are like, have violent records, who are just legitimately too stupid, it can't pass, basic like safety tests, when it comes to operating or handling a firearm. There's definitely people out there that just, shouldn't own them. But if, as long as you go through all the processes, I don't give a shit, have whatever goddamn gun you want. Like, I don't really care. You can have it on your side, as like you literally have it holstered on your, like, in your pocket for all I give a fuck. Guns cool, progressive cool, shoot guns, eat ass. Agreed. That's just shit. All messages except you all know is accurate. That is probably literally the most kind of lamest way that a Bible thumper's popped in here trying to do it. Oh god, that's why, because you're fucking spamming. Nope, we're not doing that. Nope, not happening. Not happening, we're not doing that. Can you elaborate? Oh, hold on, let me go back up a little bit. So you said you believe in anarchy. Can you elaborate? Well, I'm not like a full-fledged, like, outright anarchist, but I do hold, like, some anarchist principles, for me. At least my, what I would consider anarchist principles. One of them is at least, and this is also a very libertarian idea to an extent as well, is the minimalization or at least, the destructuring of mainly, especially unnecessary hierarchy, but broadly various different elements of hierarchy when it comes to the state in general. It doesn't mean there isn't like none at all, but it's a lot more like streamlined, so to speak, where there's a lot more of a better check and balance when it comes to those up top versus the bottom kind of thing. So, like at least for me, I would be an advocate in the sense that when it comes to authoritarianism or very strict control, especially when it comes to like things like surveillance, what you can or can't do, shit like that. I think is kind of fucking ridiculous, and there needs to one be like at least a main element to deconstruct and also be an agitator against that type of shit, which also tends to be a lot more quote anarchistic leaning versus being more for authority slash for a state. But like I said, I'm not against the idea of a of a state in itself. And plus, like historically, there have been anarchist states that have existed before, but it's ultimately like I wouldn't necessarily outright call myself one. I mean, an anarcho-syndicalist is probably the closest I would call myself to that, but it's kind of like the same thing as calling myself like a libertarian socialist or something. At least that's how I look at it. I don't no. Also a Casa Rec reference. Oh, what was that? At least someone knows it. Because I will say I hate having to try to explain what the fuck that flag is. Live in America, unfortunately. Wish I was not really here, but at least if I am going to be anywhere in this country, I'm glad I'm at where I am at. But it's not really saying much. So it's kind of bad idea to have a country with no laws. Well, thing is, I mean, an anarchist state doesn't mean there's like literally no laws or anything. At least when it comes to the principle of an actual when it comes to like anarchist literature, with the idea of this just literally being no state is also kind of a thing that's seen as a little silly. I mean, like if you actually talk to true anarchists, they will say that yeah, we do believe in a state. It's just that we believe in more of the anarchist principle of what that would look like. Homeless buy a house asks reply. Oh yeah, I saw it before it got timed out by Taylor. By the way, what's up, Tay? Didn't leave, gang. Yeah, because it's just that easy, Hey, if you're homeless, why don't you, just rent an apartment or like buy a home, bro? Because it's just that easy, bro. Just because that's just totally how it works. Join Banner on the internet while running nonsense. America's pretty good. How do you know if that's not? How do you know? This could be anything else. How do you know this is a beer? You don't know. Don't like, just move against Foundation America, but okay, that too. That's also another factor. It's like, yeah, like America was founded and on the principle of like, hey, we're here to get people out of tyranny, of colonialism, of England and their bullshit. Hey, if you don't like England, come to America. Join us. It's kind of what it's been about. Why live in America if you hate it here? I was born and raised here for one, and for two, I don't know. I literally never had a choice. Do you think people get to choose what part of the earth they're born from? Yeah, let me just go to the creator menu screen of where on earth would you like to be born? Yeah, right there. Well, you have a choice now. Sure. But I also have other choices of different things that I'd rather do, including staying here and advocate for a better America. But nah. Instead of quote unquote complaining / maybe being an advocate for change, including various different means, including electorally, via activism, mutual aid, or whatever, things like that. Yeah, instead of doing that, just shut the fuck up or leave. Well, fuck you. How about that? So why move somewhere as simple as, I think I'll just move overseas today. Yeah, because, let me just, look at my clock. Yeah, I could take the next flight to Reykjavik or some shit, There, let me take the next flight to Munich. Because, I could totally go to Munich and then be like, hey, can I, live here for 6 months? And it's just yeah, no problem. It is that easy, gang. No, it's not. Literally, it's no, it's not, bro. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. Are you saving up to America at least? No. And isn't the whole principle of America too, is to have disagreement and being able to, as an American, bitch about our country and our government and our politics, and even when it comes to, well, anything related to our country? If anyone has the right to complain, quote unquote, it would be a natural born citizen who was born and raised here bitching about it. Like, literally, if anyone, when it comes to this type of framework, and also, by the way, I don't even believe in that, but still, if anyone's got a right to complain, it would be me.
Hey, how long ago did you put your clothes in?
Actually, it should just have finished up. So I will.
You check on your phone because then that'll gauge how long I did my shit for.
Yeah.
You don't need to do it. Go down because even if you go down, mine's not done.
Well, I still need. Oh, here, make sure music still is playing. We obviously, we'll still want to have some of that. There we go. Literally, every country has people complaining about it. It's just how people are. Yeah, when you're born and raised in a country, and then you're like, I personally think this country sucks. I think it should be different. That's just a normal human thing. A Christian? Fuck no. So I choose to follow feels more based on logic to me. Which I feel that. Oh, man. I mean, I will say, like, when it comes to, like, religious / spiritual belief systems, I do tend to be more chill and open with Eastern philosophies like Taoism or Shintoism, Buddhism and shit. Mainly because, like, not only does it actually generally somewhat make more sense to me, in a sense of, like, philosophy and, belief system, but also it's a lot more humble of, like, a spiritual philosophy system. Or systems, I should say. Because, like, I know at least with Taoism, there isn't really a god or goddesses or anything like that. There's just the all-knowing and unknowing Tao, and that's just what it is. Why are users right to free speech to speak freely? I know, right? I know, too. It's just some people, man. Shinto doesn't really have philosophy attached to it, it's just about us. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're right. I just kind of say that more on a broad sense because a lot of it's like structures that pretty much everything from like rivers to trees, even to the rocks and shit. There's like a spirit or like something ancestral like attached to that. Where there's like this inherent respect and like kind of like at least a sense of care for that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I kind of dig it a little bit. I don't know too much about it. I want to see if there's like a book or something like that kind of gets into it. Because I do have the Tao Te Ching and books of Confucius and a few other things, but that's one of the ones I don't have though. That's good to me. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if there was like any belief system, that I would like open up to, would probably be that. I mean, I will say I do kinda ish dabble with Taoism a little bit, but I wouldn't really say I'm a Taoist or practice it by any fucking metric. Let's go focus, maybe. Why do you want that? I mean, drink first. I don't know. Why do you want that, man? Mm. I believe they're called Kami. Shinto is it? too unique compared to other animist religions that shared a special lot of Korean shamanism. Huh. Yeah, like, because that's what I kind of figured it was in a way. It's just kind of like a modern Eastern variation of animism, essentially. Like a Japanese, Eastern Asian, like, kind of variation of, like, of animism or, like, animistic shamanism and shit. According to the religion test, I'm closest to liberal Quakerism. Wait, do they? Oh, they do have those. Wait, what website did you take? Yeah, I'll do one. Why not? I'll turn my mobile Wi-Fi hotspot on. That's just a lot to say. That's a lot to say, and I'm not saying all that. I'll send it. All right, yeah, send me on the Discord link, and then yeah, I'll just whip it up. Wow, I'm not even reading that, but I am gonna, just immediate execution. Evangelical Christianity is fucked. Thank God that's just not my country. And thank God your family ain't in all that shit either. Because, oy vey, I tell you what, it's, I mean, there's a reason why I tend to be also, to some degree, like, kind of fanatically, like, atheistic in some ways, or at least very anti-theist. It's because, especially evangelical Christianity, it's actually destructive and damaging and toxic and frankly deadly. And it's a death cult, and it's and I genuinely believe there's nothing good that can come from such a thing, and yet a good swath of our country is fucking ran or is influenced by them or that. I look like a skateboarder hacking a computer. Cool, I guess. What is it like in Hackers? Or it's like, all right, now I gotta break into. Hold on. We gotta do this first. We gotta get these. All right, now I just gotta break into the mainframes. All right, now I'm Pearson Foods, Code Matrix. And now we are now pierced its firewall. We got pierced the firewall. Oh, I'm gonna be doing so many 720s and cool skater tricks for my friends for this shit, bro. All right, and bang, and that's how Skater Bro hacks, bro. Like some 90s ass shit. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, that there is a little bit of a I can see it. I'm not even gonna lie. I can see it. You like the computer guy from Kim Possible? For real, dude. My atheist coworker took Christmas off. I was furious. Go to work, you non-believer. Dude, Christmas is it's not inherently a Christian holiday, my guy. You know what? I guarantee to have a fucking Christmas off because my work, is closed for the day. Some places just close on Christmas and they ain't open. So no one works that day. Thought about that, dummy? Which unironically, based. Should have, more of that going on. No gifts for you. What a curmudgeon. What a fucking, Scrooge over here. Alright, Ebenezer Scrooge. Calm down there, buddy. Christmas got hell pagan roots. Yeah, have you ever heard of Yuletide? I'm Buddhist, I still celebrate Christmas. I'm an atheist, and I still do it. Most people do. There's Muslims, for fuck's sake, that celebrate this shit. Dude, it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's like an American capitalistic holidays at this rate. Dude, so many places around the world still celebrate this shit. No one gives a fuck. Yeah, there are people and Christians that, use it for that, which that's fine. if that's how you personally want to celebrate Christmas in a very religious way, go for it. Nobody's stopping you. But let people celebrate in their own fucking way. Who gives a damn? Who cares? You realize, like, when it comes to, like, Festivus, Yuletide, winter solstice celebrations, like, pretty much almost every culture around the world, dead ass, straight up, like, has some sort of a Christmas-esque celebration around that time. It's like, that's just a thing that humans do. Like, if you celebrate it however you want, who cares? Yeah. I heard that Jesus is more likely born in April, but yeah, like, Jesus wasn't born on Christmas. Christians appropriated that so they can get pagans, to at least, convert to Christianity a lot easier, where they can still celebrate their Yuletide and, pagan festivals while still believing in God, basically. That's also where the Christmas tree and things like that came from, too, by the way. Because the Christians appropriated that. Prepare from Christmas to St. Patrick's Day. Dude, I'm a quarter Irish, you fuckwit. What fucking shot you spewing there, lad? I got some fucking Irish blood in me. Don't be fucking telling me not to celebrate St. Paddy's Day, you fucking cunt. Christmas is so yesterday. Let's all do Kwanzaa this year. I agree. Better make sure you go to work 8. Atheist? Atheist? What's an atheist? Room is looking proper, lads. Isn't it, there, lads? Yeah, got a lot more of my schmees. Now I got a lot more artwork up. I realized I had surprise art because I didn't realize I had this hunk lion daddy boy over here as a piece of art because I have a bunch of others sitting up. All that shit. This guy's irritating. I mean, it's not really like doing anything too fucking ridiculous, but it's just like, bro. Atheist, my bad pussy. Oh my god. Wow. So now you're mad? Fuck off. Okay, Taylor, you can do it. But no, don't tell me that. Nah. I called you out because you didn't proofread your comment like an adult with a brain. Because you're too much of an Ebenezer Scrooge Grinch McBitch boy over here, getting all mad. Because your pussy's all salted up with a fucking bunch of sea salt and shit. Like, that ain't my problem, bro. Yeah, at least it made you laugh. Sea salt pussy. This pussy's so salty, it comes from 7 seas, man. I mean, I don't know. Deftones or Tool? Probably Tool.
Yeah, you really picked the worst spot, dude. He parked himself between my room, your room, and the bathroom.
I know, I saw that. He was centralized in the Trinity. Oh, he curled up the ball right here.
He's looking at me like, was I bad? Don't be mad at me.
It's not my fault I'm a big mountain in the middle of the fucking hallway.
Boy. You good boy, Vito. It's okay.
Bro's mad he can't celebrate Christmas. I'd like to see you make me not celebrate Christmas, because I guarantee you that's not... that ain't gonna happen, guy. Pretty sure most people who celebrate Christmas don't go to church. I don't. Sublime Red Chili Peppers. Copen los dos. What are you gonna do? Steal Christmas? I mean, he sounds like he's Grinch, so probably. He's probably gonna try, dude. But it is America, baby. You know what to say. Where is that letter? I know I have one around somewhere. Oh, there it is. Lactose tolerant, they hold to Ben Jerry's. My gut's making demonic noises. Send help. Nah. You're just gonna might want to sit down on a toilet and lock in, dog. You might be there for a while. I think you're just gonna have to lock in. Get on that porcelain throne. Yeah, maybe get some lactate and literally just sit on that bitch like a king or queen that you are, and just be like, skill a robe, get a crown, and just sit there for a while, and then every so often and be like, I don't know. You're gonna have to ride that one out there, my friend. No raggarts. No raggarts, bro. And I've heard a lot of people who are lactose intolerant kind of make memes out of it. Or it's like, I know it's bad for me, but goddamn, it's just so good. And they just say, fuck it. I will suffer. I will torture myself for the pleasure and pain. And they literally will, like, just eat, like, a bunch of ice cream or something. And literally just be like, I know I can't just have a bowl of this because it'll still fuck me up regardless. I just have to go all in. So I've known some that do this every so often because, like, man, I just can't help myself. I want some of that awesome ice cream or that milk, that like chocolate milk or that milkshake or whatever from that one spot. You know what I mean? And they just go all in because, like, they can't just like sip on it or whatever or just like eat a little bit. They have to like a savage. It's pretty much how I feel, Lowell. Well, that's what I mean, man. You just gotta lock in and, you know, push through. Like 2 months before, since I identified it shows Nemo fam. That's not worth it. Oof. Now you're gonna have like I mean, I will say, like, now I think you're probably gonna have like literally permanent like peanut butter shits, I think, because I heard that, like, you know, one of the big things that happens as a side effect from gallbladder removal is that you basically just have like peanut butter shits forever, even with like fiber intake and shit. Fat-free cheese is not real. Yeah, it ain't. So IQ, you need to have that kind of hat. 2000. Are you with Israel, Palestine? Palestine. Free Palestine. Look like a lesbian. Shit's fine. Well, that's good. I mean, like I said, that's what I've heard. I mean, I'm sure if you like are, you know, substitute, you know, with other elements of diet where it kind of helps keep it nice and good, you know, then I'm sure everything will be okay regardless. But, you know, what the fuck? There was a flash of light, and I was like, what the hell? Ate hell beans, love beans. Well, there you go. Hell yeah. I like long grain wild rice. Oh, dude, Logan actually just got some today too, and I kind of want to whip something up with it. Like get like a little cup of it with like some chicken or something from work. It's like a little hot sauce or something. Maybe like a little bit of like olive or something. Maybe like dice a little bit of a pickle or something. Yeah, a little something. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at that, middle line, dude. That rice look damn good right now. Because you know, like I'm a sucker for rice and shit like that. And frankly, honestly, especially if you want like a good base foundation for some hearty, good meals, just get a fuckload of rice, like just straight up, and beans too. Just get a shitload of beans and rice, and then cheap meats like, you know, poultries and stuff, and then from there you just like.
Hey, bro, I gotta tell you something. You're gonna love this. You're gonna hate it. So this guy Ernest Cantor, he's kind of an activist for like anti like dictatorship stuff. Like he's from Turkey and he can't even go back to Turkey because they'll kill him if he does because he's so outspoken.
Yeah, okay.
And he changed his last name literally to Freedom.
Okay.
And he kind of based, but now him and another guy, they're not in the NBA anymore. He's like, getting on the trans issue. He's like, well, if all that matters is how you identify to be transgender and stuff, he's like, I'm going to say I'm trans and declare myself to be a prospect for the WNBA.
That's just kind of dumb, honestly.
He's trying to make a point that transgenders shouldn't be in the WNBA because they're looking at maybe doing that.
But that's also just like a kind of a silly right-wing grift bullshit thing too.
But he's not. He's and a lot of times he's like actually very left.
I know,
but he is from Turkey.
There are people who are left that can be TERFs too.
He is from Turkey, so there's like a kind of like, you know, the Muslims and stuff.
Well, yeah, with the Muslim authoritarian shit, yeah. But if, you know, there's a lot of like elements of like actual like Turkish culture outside of that actually is kind of
position. I think they should just have their own league and their own. I don't see why not. I'd still watch it. You know,
maybe like a universal league that's lower than either of them.
No, they said the same thing about the WNBA. They wouldn't allow it. And then, like, the 90s, they started it, and people thought it was a joke. Now, they actually are like, wow, this is actually entertaining. People
well, the thing is, just that there's just so few trans athletes out there. I mean, that I don't know if there'd be enough to even have a league. Maybe a team.
No, I think that's a societal issue because...
Sure, I mean, you're not wrong with that.
Because not a lot of trans people have been this
or encouraged, you know, or even get pushed down.
Now that's what I'm saying. Now more than ever.
Well, because you know about that one high school girl, not the swimmer, but even that trans woman got like second or third place anyway. She didn't even win. But there's this one high school trans girl that was trying to start up a female hockey team up. And because the school didn't have one, and other schools in district did, and she just literally got a bunch of her friends together and got enough people to at least have a couple players as backup and actually have a team. Yeah. And the state, even though she's literally the only known high school trans player of a sport ever in that state, they literally were like, no, that state, you know, the state legislator literally overtly, because of her direct, you know, specific case and story,
they wouldn't allow a woman's. They wouldn't allow a woman's
because a trans girl was trying to start it up with her friends because she likes playing hockey.
But her friends
like field hockey.
So her friends weren't trans, but they were by cis women.
Yeah, because
so they ruined the whole team,
ruined everything for
just because they had one person who was trans. Wow.
This is why shit like this can be kind of fucked, and I can understand the pickle about something.
You see what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, because I kind of understand some more complex about the whole sports issue. I mean, for sure, I'm a little bit more leaning on who really cares.
I don't think it's I don't really
because there are times where women generally get punished as a byproduct because of things like that. You know,
my position is I think that they should have their own leagues because there is a lot of times a physical advantage from 18 years. Of testosterone and bone stuff, like
sure. Well, that's why
there is a physical.
At
advantage.
least when it comes to when you have trans kids, at least at an early age,
they're not getting hormones or nothing until they're 18, though.
Well, yeah, but there are at least puberty blocks stuff, which at least that's still fine, but. At least medical prescribed stuff, HRT is like there's still
that was invented not for trans people. That was
well, things like obviously not. Well, yeah, like things like HRT or hormone replacement therapy.
So where are you going with it?
Well, I'm saying because usually in a lot of cases that tends to help with not having such quote advantages, so to speak, because those things like let's say it's a trans girl that wants to develop but has puberty, that means that the testosterone isn't developing so much,
No, it's not just that period blocker is fucking with the testosterone. It's actually playing upon the progesterone and estrogen, which are derived from testosterone originally. Our body produces testosterone first, and then it takes that and makes estrogen out of it chemically, and then it makes progesterone out of estrogen. So there's a whole chemistry to the whole thing.
Well, for sure, yeah. I mean, I don't know every little.
Where'd you get that Timbers thing? Like the can.
This? I think.
Oh wait, I thought it was an actual can.
Anyways, you continue to talk. I'm gonna.
No, you're fine. You're good. If anything, we probably now have like a whole topic.
No, I know. I figured you'd be interested.
I mean, it's not like we haven't talked about it before on streams stuff, but
I don't think that that they should be discriminated against. I think they should be allowed to be able to play basketball or be a part of that. I just don't know. That's a gray area. Like cis women and trans women are not the same people. Just aren't.
I mean, I'd say like at least on a very
There's
general.
a reason why they're cis.
I'd say
There's
on
a
a
reason why there's a
generalized-
cis.
I would say
They have a totally different title
sure, yeah. Well, I'd
and
say,
upbringing and
I'd
conditions.
say at least when it comes to maybe like
their
like,
identity's
well,
literally
hold on.
different.
I would
though.
say at least maybe for like local based leagues or whatever the hell, like
It's
smaller
like, isn't
shit.
the argument that there's not just two genders, there's multiple genders, right?
Well, it's more that the broader argument is that gender is a social construct. I mean, which thus means realistically there could be 2 to infinity genders depending on how you really want to look at it.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I know.
To say.
But, well, I'm saying, but theoretically, gender could literally be your own specific. Like, my gender is me. Like I reject all the gender constructs.
I'm two spirit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Then there's
So-
but it's been a thing in different constructs in different societies. Like in Polynesian society, they had the way of the woman, which there would be boys that just felt like they were girls, and they'd actually end up marrying a dude and being the woman of the dude. Like,
Ripstate is saying at least co-ed sports would be kind of ideal, or at least the best ideal, but I don't think
No.
we'll get there yet, unfortunately.
co-eds, no, high school boys playing with girls. Holy shit, no. You know what's gonna happen there, dog. You already know.
Have stricter rules for co-ed.
Oh, it
or
don't
something.
matter.
I don't.
It's gonna, bro. There's a reason why we have boy and girls bathrooms, and not with this gender stuff. I'm just.
I understand what you mean, but at least
Men will go
especially-
into women's restrooms to abuse women.
You know what's
that happens.
which is kind of the irony. The most recent video I saw of a whole bathroom freak out was literally just some weird old fud dud dude in a woman's bathroom, and a bunch of women are like, "What the fuck are you like?"
I'm just gonna say, I don't think that they should play in a cis women's league. That could change as I learn more stuff, but I think that they also should be able to identify and be included in the overall sport, like they should with everything in society, and still be themselves.
Sure, yeah. And I think there are at least certain sports that are at least like recognized sports like chess or a few other like or even tennis. I would think or golf. Like I feel like there's certain
Golf, yes, because that's more just a skill-based sport that you have to. There's not really.
thing
You
with
don't
tennis
really
is-
have physical
sure.
advantage at
I
all.
mean, but I do think there's at least certain sports. I think
There's
honestly,
women
it just
women
makes
that are
sense to
be-
just let be.
there's women that are
like
literally-
like a marathon run, like you see all the time.
Well, yeah,
shit that
but
people
like,
do. You know what I
let me
mean?
say this about the scoring in golf is the same whether it's male or female, and women.
Well, yeah.
Women can literally score better.
And there are
man,
times
like,
where,
it's possible.
there's actually been plenty of famous. I don't know him, but
You
I
know,
know
like the PGE,
PG,
tour, whatever. You know.
PGE World
Well,
Tour.
they have women do that too, and sometimes the champion.
Is the woman? That's
the woman actually. No, it's not co-ed. I'm saying that the man scored less as a champion, or more. Yes, scored more than the woman because you want to have a lower score. That
Yeah.
means you had less.
So
hits.
the smaller the score, the better you do,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
So a woman that's a champion in the women's league
sometimes they have
sometimes
the
has a
lower
lower
score.
score than the guy who was
Which
a
hence,
champion in the
in my
men's.
mind, is like the ultimate champ of all champs in my mind. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, so-
Hence why sometimes women can be better at some certain shit.
Oh,
Like, let them compete. As
You
far
know,
as I'm
like,
concerned, if they got the bills or
what's-
skills to
what's
pay the
that one?
bills, so to speak.
Bernie Mac, you know the Bernie Mac show?
I don't remember much of it anymore, but
Well,
I'm familiar with it.
His
yeah.
wife and him are playing they're playing a couples duo tournament, and she's better than him at golf, and he didn't know that she was good at golf,
Mhm.
and he gets so pissed off that she's better than him, he walks off the field.
Oh
he just
my
rage
god!
quit like a baby,
Wow.
and then he had to come to her and be sorry eventually because she's like, I ain't talking to you.
You're a salty fuck. Fuck you.
Fuck you. And it's not, it's kind of a funny episode.
Damn.
He's like, baby, why would you talk to me?
I
I'm
did so-
sorry. She's like, I'm just going to be doing my stuff. Won't even look at you.
Co-ed doesn't mean men versus women. It's men and women versus men and women. Well, yeah. I think ultimately, I think that's kind of what we're being mentioned with it, but I mean, because he's way more of the sports guy than I am, But yeah, I mean,
because I watch all the sports.
I know. Well, yeah, because I mean, when it comes to at least what they were specifying, it's like men and women versus men and women, kind of thing. Which I mean, yeah,
It does happen at times with certain sports that it is like at times co-ed, but I think that's within reason. So
I mean,
I literally accidentally grabbed this girl's tits just playing at the rec center because I was like, and then I said a
with like
pick.
a basketball thing. Or
Yeah, I
something?
was playing basketball and I like set a pick and then I rolled and she was just right there. And you have to put your hands up so they know pass you the ball.
Yeah.
And she was just right there and just went right there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she realized.
No, she was like, "It's okay, bro." I was like, "Huh."
I think you were more scared that she was just right there more than anything. She's like, "Oh, you're good, bro."
I literally like she was like 15 and I was like 13. She was a little older than me. She was in high school, and she was just right there, and she just had like little A, B cuffs, and I was just like, "Oh shit, whoa."
You're right there. Oh no.
Oh yeah, you're all there. But it's like she was still developing. Told him that he couldn't come over tonight because I have to wake up in the morning, and I'm just getting chores done. And then I was telling him we'd hang out on Monday when he has a day off.
And now
we can hang out in the day.
Well, now he's trying to do that with me, but it's like,
no, I live with you. You can't come over, Don.
Dude. It's like, why? I mean, for real, I'm sure he'll pop on stream and realize I'm doing that. I'm just gonna let him know too. It's like, bro. There's always that one girl who's a great wrestler folding into skinny guys like pretzels. Dude, that's always funny. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh man, that's at least one sport where I'm like, yeah, co-ed / like
Whitney, she actually has like 90s, early 2000s when she was like high school.
Was a wrestler or something?
She still likes that shit.
Oh,
she just can't help. She's like, I know it's like fake and stuff. She's just like, I fucking love it though.
Well,
because it's like reality TV.
Yeah, well, as some people have called it, it's basically a men's version of a soap opera, basically.
Yeah.
Which is true, honestly. South Park made fun of it once, with their little like WWE fucking like episode. I think it was like a multi-part, 2-part episode, where they all had like a UFC / WWE like ring in the back, but instead of fighting, people hated that, but they loved the drama and like the weird soap opera between everything. Yeah. It's just like, what the fuck? Because in a weird way, because I was really in the face of that with Robert, like, because he watched it all the time, and I'd watch it, and there would be like matches and shit, but when it came to the big ones, it was like literally half of it or most of it literally was soap opera, and then it would be like a minute or two or a little bit of like some fight and shit or whatever. I'm just like, I know, and it's just like, bruh, like, what is this? This is literally some soap opera stuff. I mean, I will admit, there is a weird tickle about it that I'm like, for a moment I was invested in it for a time. I could kind of feel it a little bit, but not like other people, though. Boogie, brother. Has there been a women's football league? No, but I do know of at least a really good, kind of cool, uplifting story about this one girl through high school and college. I don't know what she's doing now. I don't even remember her name. But, like, she was literally like, I want to play football. Like, she was very adamant about it and literally, like, forced the school to be like, put me on the team. I swear, like, give me a chance. And the coach, too, was, they're all kind of like, no way. Like, we literally won't accept you. And she was just adamant and being like, fuck you, I want to do it. Maybe not literally like that. But she was like, yeah, I want to do it. Just give me at least a chance. Like, throw me up on there. And eventually they were like, fine, let's see. and she legitimately was actually comparable and doing at least just as good on average about like as at least a good chunk of the dudes, and they were like, you gotta work stuff, but all right, you actually got some chops. Fuck it, what do we got what we got to lose? We still need people. And she actually, if I remember, I think she was like a quarterback or something for a bit.
Dude, I
Like,
don't know where Stephen A's going with this shit. He's talking about this trans issue stuff.
well, okay,
he's not really on anyone's side on it, but he's just talking, and then suddenly he's just like, one of my favorite shows, not movies, Star Trek. I'm like, where are you going with this?
Stephen A. is kind of
Just
I don't know. He kind
where
of
the
annoys
fuck-
me sometimes. I'm not even
I
gonna
know.
lie.
I
just
mean,
'cause he's-
I'm just like, where are you going with this, bro? You just bringing up Star Trek.
Also, I was
out
just
of
immediately
nowhere.
cut off. Like I was because I was talking about a thing, and then it's like, I was like, well, damn.
Me?
I was
Dude,
talking
I
about.
mean that Star Trek though. It's like, what the fuck, Stephen A? I don't even think he would like Star Trek. Now he's like saying it's one of his favorite shows. How is this related to the trans women sports stuff?
I don't know, bro.
Like, where the fuck is this coming from, my guy?
I don't know. Anyway, point being though, she eventually like at least got successful enough to where even with the college that she went to, she was even playing for them for a little bit. But I don't think she is like in any league beyond that. But she did at least get a chance to play and shit and actually be a part of some teams. So you know what? Let me see if I can maybe look up her name. Let's see if there's anything about that I could find.
Ooh. I like what he's saying now. He's making a good point. He's like, trans issues can be related to, and easily, like with the logic, to race issues. Because, you know what I mean? We weren't allowed to be humans and be people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it can revolve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of a little more based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now watch him twist it and do something different. And I'm like, nah, you are almost there, bro.
Oh yeah, but oh shit! I actually looked up, and there actually is 3 different women that play in football, and the one I was thinking about was Antoinette Harris or Tony Harris. She was a defensive back and received a full collegiate football scholarship at Central Methodist, so that's who I was thinking of. But there's also Vele van Voorhis, very Dutch. First female non-kicker / punter to play in the NCAA college football, appears as safety for Shenandoah University in 2023. And then there's also Katie Hinda, first woman to score in NCAA Division 1A game as a kicker for the University of Colorado in 2003. So goes as far as back as 2003 at least. And then there's Liz Hetson, who was in 97. First woman to play and score a college football game, scoring 2 extra kick points for Willamette University. Wait, is that Willamette University as in like Willamette, like in Oregon? Wait, Richland, Washington? Oh my god, dude, what? Salem, Oregon? Oh shit. Okay. That's fucking kind of cool as fuck. From 97 to 99. Okay. Well, you know what? I guess Antoinette Harris wasn't the first, but she was one of many. No sports anyone to compete against the opposite sex co is voluntary. Well, that's also, true too. Having like a voluntary co-ed league or something, I think would be fair. Why not, What's the flag? It's like a syndicalist labor left flag. Like the specifics of what it is a little bit more complex, as weird as it sounds, despite its simplicity. But that's pretty much is what it represents. Like libertarian, like anarcho / like democratic values with the liberty torch that's there, and then worker labor left shit with the hammer. Libertarian socialists, anarcho syndicalists, shit, that basically shit like that. Oh shit! Wait, I just remember something. Hold up. Where'd he go? You already went down there without. Oh, you bitch. Oh, okay, hold on. That hoe. Well, I need to do this real quick, so I shall return for a little momentary go. Bada boom, bada boom. All right, mission accomplished. There we go. Turn down a smidge there. There we go. And let's see. Good Lord. Why does he keep fucking calling me right now? Jesus Christ. Good Lord. Consistent. I'm trying to do my thing. Get down. What's this guy yapping about? I have no idea. Because it's still USA. I was trying to act like you're extra chill out, dude. I don't know what he's yapping about. I mean, I know he asked about the flag, and I gave a general answer to it. Then I had to pop off for a sec, came back on, and now I come back to those, and I'm just like... I came back to those comments, and now I'm just like, what? I doubt they're still here. Beam stream not taking off tonight. Oh, damn, that's kind of a rip. That's kind of a bummer. You know, I am kind of thinking, you know, I'll probably maybe hit her up. I don't know, like, I'll see if maybe she wants to be down for a disco call or something like that. Maybe I could liven it up a bit. Besides, I've been feeling pretty good last couple of days of things. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, Taylor, but got a lot more decorations going on. I'm actually kind of glad that that one right there is there we go. That one is very shiny because the actual art is a little suggestive. You should watch the EDP 445 documentary. I've heard about it, but I don't know anything about it. I heard it's like really bad and or something. I don't know. I've heard some shit about it, but I'm not like so like lore deep on shit like this. So I don't know. Don't have any intentions, man. Nah, you're good. Mine's been a little like Robert too. Before the cupcake incident, I'm assuming that's when it got outed as like a PDF file, basically. But I have no idea. Like I said, I don't really keep up too much of shit like that anymore. Like the only broader locale shit that I really did get into and invested in, even to some level, was Brett Keane or Cobes. Like, because Cobes is actually kind of chill. And plus, he actually had some drip, man. Like, he was, you know, there was something about, like, you know, despite everything, you know, you can never take that away from him, you know. Wasn't he a locale back then? Well, I know. I mean, he is now, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I used to be kind of invested in that shit, but I've kind of retired for the most part at this point when it came to shit like that. I mean, I still like dibble dabble in certain shit here and there, but not really that much anymore. I'll still watch like DP and occasionally see some of the different little like locale shit from there, but more is like background more than anything. No, yeah, hiccups out of nowhere. Just got Discovery Plus because it's supposed to have documentaries, but they're all ass. That's kind of a bummer. I don't know if you have like Disney or Hulu, but I know strangely Hulu's got some pretty decent docs. I mean, they got one on like the Sky King. They got a few on like documentaries about like Mongolia and shit like that. You have everything. Well, all right. Well, I'd say that's probably something And weirdly enough, YouTube always will have like if you got YouTube Premium, they'll have like some documentaries that are like kind of obscure, but some of them are actually pretty cool. And you can probably find a free one on YouTube as well. That's like not really like that copyright hard or anything, so you can probably find it. Like a lot of Ken Burn documentaries, you can probably find pretty easily on YouTube. At least in my experience, I know you could. I like the strange and unsettling. Well, the Sky King documentary would be kind of partially unsettling. Are you familiar with the Sky King story? Let's see here. Is it a cult thing? No. The Sky King refers to Richard Bebo Russell, an airport worker who stole and flew an unpassengered horizontal. Jesus Christ. Unpassengered Horizon Air Bombardier Q400 from Seattle to Tacoma SeaTac International Airport on August 10th, 2018. And it refers to the classic 1950s radio and television Western series in 2026 documentary film. But anyway, the event is 28-year-old and ground service agent Richard Russell used zero formal flight training, relying instead on video games like flight simulators to take off and pilot a 33 million turboprop airliner over the Seattle area for about 75 minutes. Like, famously communicated with air traffic control, expressed remorse, marveled at scenery, and even before the barrel roll before intentionally crashing into the Ketron Island and Puget Sound, resulting in his death. It was a suicide, basically. Because he intended on doing that. I think I've heard of this. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you listen to a lot of the ATC communications that are there, I mean, there's even one thing where it's like, is there something, you want, like, want to say to people? And it's like, yeah, maybe this should, like, kind of help, have some better wages and, get living wages for some people and some workers, man. Maybe you can, chalk that up to the higher-ups. And that was shortly before he did his barrel roll into the island, too, by the way. Yeah, I would watch that. Yeah, I think the documentary is literally just called The Sky King. And it's a 2026 documentary, so it's a new one. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu and Disney Plus. Oh yeah, that was recent, wasn't it? Yeah, a pilot just hopped out of a plane and committed suicide and just let his trainer, the trainee student, to just be on his own. Dude, that's traumatizing. That student will literally never fly again because, like, what the fuck? That's wild. Like, that's just ridiculous, dude. And to think that I love aviation, I wouldn't mind being a pilot, but it's just like, if I know that my instructor was just like, all right, you got the wheel, bye. And it just jumps out, and I'm like, well,
close the door. Fuck me. Now what do I do? ATC. My instructor just offed himself and just fell to his death. I only have landed like twice. Like, I need to make sure I know what I'm doing 100%. I think I got the gist. I know the controls. You need to make sure I know what the fuck I'm doing legally to make sure I land safely. Because I probably could, but in a flight sim way, not in the legal FAA approved way. Typical selfish behavior. Yeah, that type of shit's fucking definitely wild, honestly. I mean, I'll admit, because I'm weirdly like with like this guy came with Richard Russell, for example, like, at least it's not so selfish in the sense that he's like taking anyone else out. It was just himself, and him, you know, like, it wasn't like anybody besides just, you know, the loss of aircraft, you know. All right. So Bombardier / Horizon Air and all that shit basically just straight up like lost a bunch of money. Big whoop. Corporation lost some money because a guy snapped and decided to take it out on himself. Not Ignore Airways. The official ad himself improved budget airline of Czechia. That. If I were to, I'd be more like a private, like, coach plane kind of guy. Little tour plot that can have maybe like 5 people. They're like, hey, you want to go to like Bend or somewhere else? Like, basically just pay for the gas and commissioning me as a pilot. I can handle the rest, and that'll make me money. But also it costs a fuck lot to, you know, invest in all that. Like, the plane itself is already a shitload of money. Then there's like the whole checklist factor. There's also renting out a hangar or a spot to keep the plane there. There's maintenance. There's gasoline. Dude, like, there's just a lot of money to maintain a fucking aircraft. Unless I somehow fuck you money and win the lottery or some shit, like, that ain't happening. And even then, I literally would just have it as more of a personal thing anyway. And it'll be more like a bush plane, most likely. Because they're, 1, easier to maintain, and 2, then you can go out wherever the fuck you want with it and land in a really cool, like, the lake that no one really goes to, and there's like a really big field that's like half a mile away. You land there, you know, park the plane up a little bit, you set up at least a basic, like, little scout camp where at least someone has to camp out there, and then, you know, there's like main camp right next to the, you know, lake and shit. Yeah, that'd be dope. Get like a Piper Cub or something. At least I would have to get like a big one though, like, because they do have like 2 in like multi-seater Piper Cubs, but like they're not. It's not like it's going to be roomy at all. It's going to be a very cramped space. I'm just going to watch Idaho 4 series on this material listening. I've been listening to a deep dive Family Night and this guy's going to be super insane. Interesting. Will let you not to believe in God. Being exposed to the church. So it must be stopped before it's too late. Oh my God. You poor sweet summer child. Maybe you should be looking in your own backyard before you start bitching at other people right next door. As far as I'm concerned, we had it coming. So, I want to be bitching there, bud. And you know what? Good for them. As far as I'm concerned, good for them. They're taking advantage of the fact that America's falling out with pretty much everybody on the planet. And everyone hates us now. So, you know, good for them. They're taking advantage of it on an economic level to even the point where Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea are a lot more like, yeah, economically, I think it'd be more beneficial to literally just work with you instead. So, yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Unless, you know, Mamdanistan, inshallah, praise be his name, of Mamdani himself, you know, the great prophet, you know, it, you know, instills his will upon all this nation instead of just New York, which is slowly happening. El Sayed, you know, he's already, you know, doing works
That reminds me, how did Hong do? Francesca Hong, did you win or is it still too close to call? Hong lost yet. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Yeah.
Barely though, by 0.4, dog. Oh, that is some bummers. I don't know what it was saying. Flanagan at 1 though. That's good at least. And some progressive I've never heard of one in Craig's old house seat. Lamau. Good. You know, hey, you lose one, you win a bunch. So, whatever. You know, I'll take a drink. Cheers to that. You know, fuck it. Though, weirdly enough, I do think Hong can solve, you know, potentially do some shit. Next election. Frankly, the fact that there was that much of a squeaker, you know, I don't know. I will say this much, like, that's a good sign to where if she just kept the momentum and then next election cycle in 28, you know, ran again in a different, you know, position or something like that, you know, maybe for like state senate or maybe Congress or something. I mean, I think she could probably do it maybe. I'll go for House 48. Yeah, something like that. Mao Stalin, who do you drive with more? Mao. Meow meow. Besides, Stalin's too much of a fucking megalomaniac cult personality fucking freak. Mao had problems and he had flaws. I'm not even gonna, you know, disagree with that at all. The Cultural Revolution and the Great Leap Forward had many problems. I'm not gonna be dogging on any of that. But he is, for all intents and purposes, for China of today, is considered like a founding father of, you know, modern day China. I mean, you can't really take that away. And despite the flaws and many problems, you know, with him and his, you know, initial, you know, time of power, yes, like there's definitely, you know, like a fact to say that like he had a lot of good shit that helped, you know, modernize China, like legitimately, and make it its own power in the world. And it struggled a lot too. It lost against Vietnam, a fellow communist state, by the way, you know, with Ho Chi Minh. After after being meddled and goat fucked by America and the French prior to that. I mean, you know, so it overcame some very different shit. And then there was like, you know, the Sino-Chinese Soviet split that happened as well. Like, there's a lot of things where they had to kind of overcome some shit. And then for a long time, they were tied into our economy for a while. Thanks, Bush and Clinton a little bit. Okay, get this fucking worthless racist dog out of here. Gotta take him out behind the shed like old Yeller and make sure I get the fucking 12 gauge. And I make sure it's a slug too, not a buckshot. A lot more blowback. Catch my drift? Go fuck yourself, you Nazi racist dog, piece of shit. I thought directly you trying to think they'll send my passport. You know, there are Americans that have been to the DPR arcade before, but yeah, you have to go via for China. But it's a whole fucking process. Yeah. Well, no, the DPR arcade still has some tourism, but not to the US directly. You have to go through other channels, basically. You have to go for like Mongolia, Russia, or China, basically.
He could face arrest upon return to U.S. Nah, I don't know. Like, I've heard different things about this. It really depends on your shit there. You know what I mean? Like, what you do. Are you, like, being very sympathetic? Are you just playing along to be there? Like, or what? You know, like, there's, I think, a little bit more complexity to it than that. I'm sure you'll be questioned about it. Like, why the fuck did you go there? Like, what's up with that? I'm like, I was just being a tourist. Like, I wasn't the only Westerner on that fucking flight. You can check their flight records. So China's gonna be like North Korea locked down for good. Huh? Said who? Yeah, I just like saw comments online, bro. Let me just trust random comments online, you know what I mean? Because they're totally probably not bots. Shit like that, you know. Fly to Confederate. I'll douse it in gasoline and burn it, you know, in a fucking fire pit. I'll take a nice good fat shit on it and then I'll fly it around. China's lost being able to leave. Which is kind of the opposite of what they've been doing economically and literally opening it up, you know, with diplomacy and economic deals and shit, not just with like Japan, but also the EU, Iran. Seems kind of like the opposite of what, you know, the broader, you know, example of what they're actually doing as a state, especially on the geopolitical scale, you know, is what's going on. So I don't know. Forgive me, but, you know, don't be so behooved if I don't know, I'm skeptical of your claims. Because, yeah, I am. Turn my Wi-Fi hotspot off. There we go. Without an official purpose. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, the kid wasn't, it doesn't excuse what happened to him, but he literally, like, did it overt faux pas by being like, here, let me just rip this shit off and it's mine, bro. And it's like, dude, have you ever heard of the term do as the Romans do, so to speak? Like, don't be, like, just doing shit like that. I guarantee you at the fucking airport on your way out, you can buy one at some gift shop or some shit on your way out. You know what I mean? It's like, you could literally probably buy one of those posters on your way out that's a lot more nice as shit. Oh, but it's not one that I found off the street. It's like, who gives a shit? Like, take your little gift shop poster and deal with it. I mean, it doesn't excuse what happened to him, at all. Like, he should have just been like, hey, you know, you have to return the poster, and you have to, in some way, you know, the money will be transferred in one way, shape, or form, but, you know, you have to compensate the state, and you're not allowed back. There you go. I mean, let it be that way, and then you just make him leave. There you go. Send him back to the airport he came from China, which I'm assuming that's probably how he got there, and then just, you know, the next flight, or if he still got time, then hang out in China for a bit, and then go back to America from there. Like, that's how it should have been, but, yeah, it wasn't. Last mile, but I was doing East Coast tour. Fuck yeah, dude. The kid's parents are scum. I mean, yeah, his parents are shitty. I'm familiar with the story about him and his parents and stuff. Like, but still, it doesn't excuse what happened to him. Like, you know, regardless. But at the end of the day, like, hey, you know, yeah, like Inky said, they don't fuck around.
Yeah. So I did some research on how to properly do that shit, and you can do it in your beard.
Okay.
What do you think?
Just looks like your hair right now from this angle. I don't know.
You don't see any difference? You're supposed to take a boar's hair bristle shit and comb it through.
I mean, it looks more like, not in a bad way, but like frizzy, more like expanded out. I don't know how to explain it.
Put it together.
I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but
That's because I brushed it, and so all when my hair kind of binds into little curl thingies, I got all the individual hairs.
well, yeah, that's
Cut
kind of
out.
what I mean, I guess. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's got more volume, like you said. And then the beard done. The beard done. It's really good for him. You seen that?
Well, oh yeah, it's a lot more shape. Now that you actually kind of came in, yeah, it's
The beard.
shaped.
It
It
really
shaped it
works
in.
for the beard.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I looked it up. What you're supposed to do is take a spray on your hand,
And then kind
maybe
of
two,
like,
and you're same with the hair. So you evenly get it. You
mm.
spray directly on your hair. You get spots that are too oily.
Well, yeah, because it's going to be a more compact spot versus
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Which hence it said if you do that, you can take your brush and kind of pull it through
Mm-hmm.
and get it more even. But you're supposed to do what's called like a scrunch method, where you're supposed to like
Yeah, where you do. Some,
you get it in your hands and then you're.
I know what
supposed
you're talking about. Yes, I
to, which
know.
I did not do. So
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna let it leave it in for a little while, and then I'm gonna shampoo
Oh,
it out.
Cast 360 says, tell them what's up.
Who?
Cast 360.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Oh, a few other people are saying that actually. Mine's her mouth. Aw, someone being a little butthurt bitch. Listen before you get slapped. Shut the fuck up, you weirdo. Like, who are you? Who pissed in your Cheerios? Who made your pussy full of sea salt water and got it all nice and salty? The fuck? Japanese stuff, soft pudding. Yo, wait, what?
Why do we have donkey soap in the fucking bathroom?
Oh, it's because I was cleaning the trumpet with it. That's why. Yeah, I forgot to put it back. My bad. My bad. I forgot to put it away after I was doing that. That's my fault. That's on me, folks. I own up to that one. But yeah, also like Japanese stuff off. Are you talking about this? The cute little doggos or like the little corgis or whatever, you know, doing this thing. That's cute. I mean, it's just like a cute little doggo pin. It just, I don't know, like, I guess it's kind of somewhat Japanese-esque themed, but, I mean, because they have a chopstick, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that one. I got it because it was cute. Cute, Nat, Lamau. No one cares about your opinion there, buddy. Shut up. Well, anime is only Japanese. Yeah. Bro can't handle cute shit. Yeah, definitely. I thought it was anime stuff. Well, it's its own little thing. Dude, you know what? I kind of love AGC. Can we keep him? I love how he's so mad and has a salty pussy, and let's just keep timing him out every so often. Keep it around just long enough for him to say some shit every so often. Let's play around from like a ball of yarn, but let's just keep doing this. This is fun. Mike Liddell refused to concede. Of course. Shocker. Mike Liddell, my boy. He's dropped off entirely now because he just failed and now is on a coke bench somewhere out in an alley. Probably blowing some dick. Too bad it's not my dick. I would have bailed him out, folks. I would have bailed him out. Oh my God, what are we doing? Oh, Lord mercy. Lord have mercy. My stomach's bubbling. Yes, right. Grind some of this bitch up right here.
Jazzy, have mercy.
Just be chunkified. She literally is a seal right now. Just you little seal. Oh, little glump seal. Dude's so mad that he's pissing his own Cheerios. Yeah, he's really like pissing out of a salty pussy, which includes a lot of salt. So he has not just pissed in Cheerios, but he has like some salty sea salt grade salty pussy piss energy all up in his Cheerios. I mean, diabolical, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, not only did someone piss in his Cheerios, but it was his piss. And it was like that salty pussy, I'm just mad at the world piss. And it was his own piss. Actually diabolical, my guy. What's up, zombie? Dude, I'm just killing him. The zombie's like, I died already, I've been resurrected as a zombie, and I'm dying again. Probably a fish living in at this point. Oh my god. Yeah, you just got like a Dungeness crab, like, and a few fish just living in there as just like food stores and shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Damn Rip City. Holy shit. Listening to Existentialism, Tyrant 66. He's a one-man band. That's oh shit. That sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. His grandma probably queefed in his buttered toast this morning. Oh yeah. Not only does he not live with his, mom's basement, but his mom abandoned him, and now it's just straight up like, hey, yo, grandma, help me out. And she's like, all right, sonny, I will. And now, he's in her basement. But now grandma's wise to that, you know what I'm saying? So now she's just like, this little bitch thing, I understand why my daughter left that fucking piece of shit, trash, douchebag. I'm about to do a nice dusty queef on this butter toast right here. I know he's pissing. That's right, you little bitch. How about that? God damn, these be my days. I might finally felt a little bit of liquid and juice down there for the first time in 45 years. Oh my god, okay, now I'm being just diabolical. Oh, I miss my granny. Was she like a crazy radical, like diabolical, insane bitch like I just did, like right there? Like, oh yeah, let me agree on that. Like, I mean, it's kind of an unfortunate, like, I looked up after all that. I'm like, oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, Lord of mercy. But you know what? All grannies are bad bitches, though, because, they've been for some shit, all right? You know what I mean? They've been for some shit. And, you got to do some mad respect, Power to the grams. Might not have to agree with the politics. Might not have to, like, absolutely love every little thing about them. But you know what? You can't take the way that they've been for some shit. I mean, my grandma Mimi, that's not a real name, but that's a nickname we have for her. But she, like, there's a lot of stories, about her, like, when she was, like, a single mom for a while and working a full-time job with, like, 5 fucking kids, basically. Or, like, 6. Like, and this is back in, like, the 70s and 60s and shit. She was a hard bitch. Even my mom, there's a lot of stories that both of my my mom and then my aunts have told about her where she's like, yeah, there's been some times.
I gotta show you this. So this fucking dude is criticizing Mamdani in the morning, and then look what Mamdani does.
Oh no, I saw the video. I already know what you're about to show.
Did they hear it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've talked about it.
You already talked about it?
Yeah, I know
like,
exactly.
Dang.
Yo, gang. I didn't realize my.
You were like that?
You were like that, damn. Yeah, he was
like, on God, we all love you.
No, facts, so I keep, too, because there's so many rivalries, like, have you seen what he's doing? I'm like, awesome shit. And it's like, he's setting up, like, communist grocery stores and shit. I'm like, good. Yeah, like, what? Wow, don't tease me with a good time. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? I hate Mamdani setting up, like, stores that are more affordable than, like, Walmart or some shit. I'm like, cool. Based.
It's like, and it's the bare needs and shit, like groceries and other basic amenities. It's like, yeah, like, fuck yeah. Like, what? You want to bitch about that? People are like, hey, yo, these garbage bins, we just saw they upgraded them, but they're still too small. Even within a day, they get over flooded. And literally, like, the next morning or, like, later that day, it's, like, bigger trash bins. And then the same dude, you know, like, you know, with this shit, be like, my boy, my guy. You know, like, dude, my Donnie, like, he invested in New York, and including with his own administration, specifically in the right ways. Because I'm pretty sure Mom Donnie isn't like looking at Instagram or social media all the time when it comes to this shit. But he has staffers like on the clock, you know, basically dedicated to being like, hey, some people, you know, here's like this address, like it's like off of like Fifth and Queens or whatever the fuck or some shit. I don't know if that's actually like a corner street in New York, but I don't know. But you know what I mean. And they're like, oh yeah, there's like, you know, some, you know, potholes and shit. There's this and that. And he'll be like, all right, well, get a basic, you know, get a crew out there, get the closest, like, you know, crew for, you know, filling that up, you know, and here, you know, because we have it within the budget, you know, have it done by at least this X amount of time, and let's get to work, go. And then he has other staffers to has some logistics and organize that shit, and then boom, gets done. Which, wow, shocker, is like how, I don't know, a government should fucking operate. Maybe that's like, I don't know, how governance looks like. And if that's what socialism, even a democratic socialist, you know, baseline looks like, then oh my God, fuck yeah. Because, I mean, this is just, to me, as far as I'm concerned, some baseline shit that fundamentally a government, full stop, should be doing. Period. We can, you know, weed out the weeds about what tax go to, you know, and some other shit, but at least some base standard shit should be some stuff like that. Why the heck do people have flashes? That would drive me nuts. I don't know. Different era, I suppose. My other granny had 13 kids when she would hear my dad being in my mom's was, was pretty just fine, I'm not gonna lie. 100%. She was born, that's why I was 13, so that's so weird. Too fertile for her own, man. Because probably I wasn't invented yet. I mean, it was, but Christo evangelical / like traditionalist beliefs of like, we gotta procreate and spread seed or whatever, you know, like. Some things just can't be knocked out quite yet. And frankly, things like that are a lot more common in rural areas or suburban areas, way more so than urban places. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a little more complex than that, but more often than not, if you're like in rural country and shit, which a lot of America, especially if you're like in the South or Midwest areas, which both my parents were, yeah, there was like a lot of kids. On my dad's side, not so much though. He had a brother and a sister, which his brother died pretty young, you know, when they were young adults, like in their 20s, over some stupid shit. It's kind of a sad story, actually. I won't get into it. But and then it was a sister who was also a little bit of a crazy bitch. She like literally exploded on me one time when I was like a freshman in high school, like on Facebook, because she thought I made a weird like jab or a mean comment to my mom, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, me and my mom are fine. We just don't agree on this one little thing, and it's all good. I don't know what you're talking about. And then she treated that like I just committed sin upon her and like insulted her like lineage. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, what did I do? And then my mom believed it, or like I gaslit into it or some shit. I'm just like, yo, why though? What the fuck? And I'm a kid, so I just can't do shit. You know, I'm just kind of fucked. It was ridiculous. Oh, man. It was just like, why? But, so at least, you know, my dad's side, it wasn't really that much, you know, when it comes to child proliferation. But on my mom's side, you know, definitely so. But they're also a lot more of that evangelical, you know, Christian faith, way more so than more kind of laid back, you know, I don't know what you would call it, but a lot more laid back with it. That's what I always call it for sure. guess like a weird, even despite my granddad being very fucking conservative, like strangely like kind of a laissez progressive liberal way of looking at it, I guess, if that makes sense. That was the youngest, born 61. My dad at least was 63. My mom was 51, and she was the youngest, born too. And I was born in 97. Make that math work. And also, my mom's the first day of summer baby too, June 21st. Drop the life from one content creator to another. Hey, much appreciated. Yeah, so I'm gonna hit the bathroom really quick, but I'll do a little toke real quick for y'all before I do so. And actually, since we're, might as well try to start getting used to doing some chilling. I want to say if anyone wants to add more likes, some sharing and all that type of love. I do have a Cash App as well. It's on my About page, and I know I at least have like a mod or two that probably has it like saved or like clipboard or something. But sometimes if I can, I try to pin it in the comment section. Actually, I could probably just do that myself now that I think about it. But so I can, because that's a way, especially the most immediate way to help out. Send a little chat of love. Some cheddar and some love when it comes to all that shit. So here, just got to. Actually, I'll use my homeboy's link here from Rose, even though he hasn't been popped. He hasn't popped on today though, but I'll add his shit and make sure it's chilled as well. Oh wait, I turned the Wi-Fi hotspot off this shit. That's gonna be kind of difficult to do. Oh, I'll do it afterwards when I return, I guess. Fuck it. But I'll make sure it's ready to go, so it could be there. Get that out. There we go. 420 stream myself. Yeah, I need to at least try to be a little bit more obscure. That's why I'm kind of over here with it. Because I need to, figure out some things to make sure that, the monetization thing goes a little bit more smooth for September. He wasn't really fond of some previous streams in the past, so I have to kind of shift through everything and just find out what's what. And hopefully if I go far back enough, maybe it won't count it. I don't know. Because, oh god, it's going to be so much. If I have to skim through. But anyway, I'll be right back in a little bit. Now, shower my turn. Little thing. Oh, what? No. What are you doing? Up. Jazzy. Oh my God, you are absurd little butt. Up, 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 up. Jazzy. There you go. Goofy little thing. Well, that's a way to kind of plop yourself. Well, she's poking her head for this. Oh, you can't even see. Oh, there you go. Oh, this big old girl. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Vito's over here now. Oh, Vito up. Oh. He's trying to... Yo, Logan, you gotta come over here. Oh, well, okay, Jazzy, hello. Oh, you little queen bean chunk. Are you just a queen bean? Oh, I got Vito's big old butt right there. We got a Jazzy in the butt. Ah! There we go. It's a Jazzy in the butt. It's big old Vito butt. Little Chelsea in a little butt. Chelsea in a little butt. Oh, Jazzy, you have abandoned thee. Oh, well, now they both went. God damn it. No. They grew bored. They has grew bored. Alright, close it back up. That's the only reason why I put it on. I thought they were gonna stick their heads up there for like forever, but I guess not. I guess not. What here? Wait. I did not forget. I must Fee-fi-fo-fum. I like how it where are that there they are. Okay, there we go. I just do this. Paste. Bam. Boy. Boom. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Actually, while I'm here, I could also do this. I can share it this myself too. Let's do this. Alright, we'll do this. This. And I feel like there's like more. I think I probably do it. And I'll do this. There we go. Boom. There we go. Well, there we go. Boom. Boom. Put that over there. You can do a little snack cracker pop of a little Rice Krispie treat. I'll just at least do a quick little time sample here. Where was it? Because I need to toss. Oh, those are only from now. It's not the right one. Oh, there we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Cool. Even though that time might be a little off. It says 9, but I'm pretty sure it's probably more like 12. Good. Be a little moment for me to dip off, but I won't have to stop the stream, so I just water off for like half a second to 10. That'd be pretty easy. Because it won't take long. Whoa. Okay. YouTube, why are you not top messages? Get back on all messages. There we go. That's much better. Now, I am thinking, actually, I could probably hit up Phoebes and, shit, see if she's still streaming. I don't know if she is or not, but, I mean, what was the notification for that? Because I could probably convince her, potentially. To be fair, she goes on for, like, a long time, usually, at this point. About an hour ago. Okay. All right. I think there could be a possibility. To be like for the hell of it, I could join it on fun. Sounds like she's reacting to different stuff. Doing like a whole more of a show, more so than just her usual thing. Actually, I keep turning my Wi-Fi hotspot off and on again, but I might as well turn it back on again just to kind of see. Why not? Why not? Look it. Why not? Yer. What's up, Skype? Sup?
Oh, Sunny's ever right under.
Oh no, she's not doing a full thing. Okay, wow, surprising. So wait, she literally has a stream called Dog Dookie Stream. Don't watch. Damn. That also joins for video grounds if you want to check them out. Oh, from who you were talking about from earlier. What was it again? That existentialism timer guy. Oh, that guy. I'm assuming. Good. How about you? Pretty good. Been that was pretty decent progress of different shit last yesterday and today pretty much. Last couple days, some good shit. Now I'm just chilling, pretty much at this point. Gonna keep it 5 times. Say I had to flee. Oh damn. Oof. Wait, the song restarted itself. Okay. Well, damn. We'll just do that instead. Just skip to the next one. There we go. You live that goofy. Oh my god. Man, you gotta be a little better than that. Man. And why is my channel posted? It's called my Cash App, you dip. I'll literally grant you 10 minutes of not being timed out if you give me, a Cash App tip. How about that? You gotta pay to have some privileges here, folks. Gotta pay to have some privileges. For what, dude?
for this to stop. For that. There's only one way to stop it, folks. Only one way to stop it. You know, I will tell you this much. I will tell you this much, folks. If you were just a little bit more of a good sport about things, instead of being a salty pussy that pissed in your own Cheerios, maybe I'd just let you have a little bit of a pass. Too much of it easily triggered a little bitch. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Bro, I already talked to you.
Is he...
No, he's calling me again.
Oh my god, he called me twice too, bro.
Is he watching your stream? And
No.
He's like, oh, you guys are still awake. This bullshit. You guys should let me come over. I'm fucking cleaning.
Oh my god.
I'm
He hasn't said...
literally
I don't know, bro.
My girlfriend's coming in the morning. I can't hang out. I got shit to do. Oh, I'm
Oh,
almost done with all the cleaning. Now I gotta fucking take a shower and do all my laundry.
like...
Shut the fuck up.
It's like,
Love you,
Jesus.
but damn, bro.
Facts. Oh. 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 That is a snipe to the head. That gets you Charlie Kirked. That's what happens when you get a fentanyl overdose, ladies and gentlemen. No true senses, just ignorant, like... Wow, yeah, that's a fentanyl overdose to the neck, like Charlie Kirk. Oof. How does YouTube allow that shit, man? Like, actually, unironically. I can barely see fuck all when it comes to live chats half the time sometimes on my shit, and yet, I can just say the N-word with the hard R and everything and shit on this video. It's
Vito.
like,
Where the fuck you go?
you?
Vito, where's Cash?
Oh, you found him? Okay. He was hiding around like, where's Waldo? Where's the Vito? Where's the Vito? Crazy, dude. This is why we kind of have to make a racist afraid again, you know what I'm saying? You know how they treat Rata. See? Or the rest of the little pendejo Rata. It's like, yeah, nah. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to take it out like the trash that it is. Or at the least, very minimal. Give them a nice little checkup, if you know what I mean. They have to get a little early doctor's visit checkup for certain things, like, a busted tooth or something. But, might just been an unfortunate accident. Who knows what happened to that? Who knows what happened? Well, but either way, their time is a ticking and a talking. As far as I'm concerned, when they want to fucking unleash themselves like a bunch of fucking Gibbon Banshee 8 fucking piece of shit with their fucking Nazi garbage and racist bullshit, for a fucking fact that, we'll be here to just hold that line. And they always, think like, yeah, right. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, no, I have actual cred on that shit. I'm not trying to brag. I just have done that. I really have. It's just a fact of life of that one. I mean, I've been to jail for justice at least once. And then I've, straight up have
been in like the fucking heat of a lot of different shit, not just a Proud Boys, Patriot Front, and all these other counter protests and right wing Nazi scum, but even with ICE or the fucking no, no, quit calling me. Oh my god, I'm half tempted to hit him up, and be like, no, bro, but no, My first Sparky Sin is always trolls and body count saying the same shit. Yeah, it really is. Because likelihood, it probably is. I know for a fact a lot of them are likely bots and shit. Yeah, but I'm chilling because I've been doing chores and all sorts of shit. I'm not looking to go out or anything. It's kind of just a hanging out. We're doing our own shit day, doing chores and shit. I finished majority of mine. I still gotta finish up my laundry, which actually, speaking of, I need to go grab here pretty soon. Saw a notification, but usually it's a little off, so I'm giving it a minute or two. Well, a little more than that, but. I mean, you know what I do these things, motherfucker? You could have just, like, called one, been like, oh, okay, but. Saying, goddamn. I'm going show tomorrow, so I won't be available tomorrow either. Just letting you know. I'm working more. So. Speaking of, I might as well at least go ahead and give it a little check. I just know sometimes with that last little 1 minute, it usually just doesn't want to actually be like 1 minute. Last time I was doing laundry, last time with my main loads, it literally was on 1 minute for like 3. It was just there for that, so I was like, what the fuck? But you know what? I think it'd probably be good. Oh, let's go grab it, but I can at least see you guys here. Boom. There we go. Whop. Whop. Got it all nice there. Easy peasy. Legos pretty much just blankets. All I have to do is just sprawl that out right here and just be like, ah. Soft, comfortable bliss. Yeah, let's finally feeling a little pretty decently homey. I tells you what. God damn, I tell you what. Oh, it's a Vito boy. Hi, Vito. What's up, big boy? Oh. What's up, you big boof? Big old poof poof. Oh, you big old boy. Big old soft ball. You big old softy bean. Look at you. Oh, you big old boy. You're just a sweet boy. Biggest boy. Wah, 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 wah. You really have to kind of chunked up a little bit, my dude. You're not like fat, but you kind of have like a dog version of a beer belly, my dude. Just a little bit. Do you have a dog version of a beer belly? Is that what you got going on? Is that what's going on right here? You got a beer belly. Oh, you big old boy. Oh, that floof. Oh, yeah, that's a big sweet boy. Yes, you is. Oh, my goodness. Look at all this. Look at all this. Oh, my goodness. Sweet old boy. Look at that big old bean. Big old boy. Wow. He loves smushing his face into things when he's just like, big old smoosh. I smoosh face. Wow. Big old smoosh face. Big old smoosh face. Ooh, ja. He loves this a lot for some reason. You big old goof boy. What kind of flags it does? It's just kind of like a labor leftist, like syndicalist, like trade union kind of flag, but generic as fuck. That's just a Norwegian flag. That's just a flag of Norway. It just has like the 3 forks instead of just it being a rectangular one. I guess basically like the Norwegian naval flag, I guess. For all intents and purposes, I don't know. It's a Norwegian flag. I don't know what to tell you. Please self-explanatory, you know, before it is. I'll tell you what, there, boy. Ain't that right there, big boy? You big old master floof of fluff. You struggle bean. You absurd struggle bean. Oh, you big old smoosh face. Yeah, you love the smoosh. You love the rubs and the smoosh. What? Oh my goodness, look at that big old turkey leg. Look at this ostrich leg, a stretch. Oh, you are a stretch boy. You're this big old stretch boy. Oh my goodness. Oof. Oof. I activate him with wiggles. Oh, Jesus. You crazy boy. You crazy boy. Well, I just activated him. He's just about to wander off to be like, all right, I'm about to fuck some shit up somewhere else. Goofy ass dog. Goofy boy. Ooh. Okay, that was large. Ooh. Sweet. Sweet. What's up, little dude? Keep you in your fucking top boat, dude. Wow, someone is really desperate and bricked the fuck up and horny. Wow. And if you knew my package, you know that I'm definitely know a little bit. Not trying to brag, but from partners of past, the times of yore, they mentioned be like, oh shit, there's Palos. Because I ain't a braggadocious dude, but I tell you.
I don't know where to put these. Can I just leave for tonight so they're not like looking in the way? Put them somewhere
Behind the door, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, the way it's angled, it should be okay. Because at this point, there's not really much room, because you still got your weights in there, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, that's why you need to plan this
I know.
thing out better, because, you know what I'm saying? It's not right.
Hey.
We need to get a storage unit at this point.
Despite the birthday weekend for next week, that's kind of pretty much part of the forte.
Hey, the later the better for me. I don't have to spend money. You got time limits, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you. Yeah. At least I finally got a time frame now, so I'm just like, thank fuck a little bit about that, but yeah. Yeah, somewhere in Oakland, California. I'm trolling. I figured because of the Bay 510. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what's going on. But hey, I'm West Coast too. You know what? I'll say this much: West Coast, Best Coast, all day long. So, you could never, like. Also, like, you can kind of like, say there's problems with West Coast. There is. But you know what? It's at least it's our shit. When it comes to like the rest of the country, being like, oh, county for you, you're American. It's like, no, shut the fuck up. It's like, nah, you don't get bitch about our shit. You don't know it like we do. Fuck you. You know what I mean? It's like, It's like that's not how it works, motherfucker. But that's a cap again tonight. Yeah, I do have many of hats. I also got like this as a hat too. It's a little I don't know, wavy, but it's also been on many of kayak trips and stuff like that, so it's showing its little wear and tear of love a bit. I try to at least point these up a bit. What's up, partner? No, I gotta make sure that you're not doing nothing, trifling business in this damn bar. Tell you what, there, son, right? This fine saloon has had no problem since last week when old, Fuss and Gus, fucking tried to do something with that poor old woman right there, I tell you. By the way, don't even go up near her. She's still, all struck out, what happened. So, tell you what, as long as you got some whiskey or beer for business, keep it simple, son. Tell you what. Indiana Jones, huh? This isn't even like it. Dude, he had a leather Stetson cap. This is not what that is. Like, I can see the similarity, but it's not. Cow milker hat? You mean a rancher? That'd just be a rancher. You could just say cowboy or something. Or a rancher or like anything related to that.
Just a cow milker in general. At least the pay would probably be good. Whatever. If I'm working for a rancher or ranchero, and then it's just like, hey, you know, hey, you got to be a little milk on the cows there. Hey, gringo, guys, oh, your main job is going milking all the cows there. Make sure you all have all these buckets filled. I just be like, yes, sir. See ya, mano. I just go right to work. I'd be like, I'd be doing it. I don't get. Work is work. It's honest work. Honestly, like, I wouldn't mind, like, you know, including if I had a way to, if I could, you know, probably not, but who knows. Like, if I could, I would have some land work and have, like, some horses, some goats, and maybe some chickens, and, like, you know, a little garden or a little light farm that I work on and shit. That'd be dope as fuck. But, I mean, so you're trying, I see what you're trying to do, but it's like, I wouldn't mind doing that stuff. I feel like, you know, especially as like work, it'd be very fulfilling. To me, I would like it. It'd be hard labor, but it'd be fun to me personally. Yo, you had my ass triple last night. Good. I hope you know that your dad paid for it too, and he, you know, made sure to pay extra because it's like, hey, could have a little bit too. Your mom watched too. Just like the song said, call me on. You know, like, hey, it's what it is, my brother. Horse walker hat. Unironically, that's even better. Because I'd actually rather have like a couple horses instead of some cows. Because I literally would just have the horses mainly just to like ride and just to have, to be honest. Because I like horses. They're cool as fuck. I'd have at least like a couple, because they're social animals too, you know. It's not really good to necessarily let them just be alone, you know. So I'd at least have two, and if anything, you know, I'd be like, yo, bro, you want to go like check out this like one spot, but you have to go like hike with the horses and shit. You can't like go there by foot. It's like, you know how to saddle up and, you know, ride a horse? She's the easiest one. She's a good girl. She's easy. You just gotta like kind of do a little click sounds and stuff, and, you know, just kind of guide her a little bit. That's it, you know, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I mean, it'd be a fun life. I'd also train them to be used to gunshots and shit, because I wouldn't mind trying to learn how to shoot while horseback riding, like a dragoon or something, or like, you know, one of those like cavalry riflemen or something. I mean, that would be kind of cool to learn. You know, like you got your rifle and you're kind of like, all right, yeah, all right, and then it's like got your targets and you have to deal with the galloping, and then you have to aim it. Like, that would be a really cool like technique and skill to hone down and learn. Because I'm already not really that bad of a shot as it is, you know, so that's just an extra level of skill to add to it, where honestly, I think even if I'm just sitting down or prone or whatever, target shooting, that would actually weirdly help hone my skill down further just doing that shit. Because I'm not in like such a massive motion thing, you know, kind of thing happening. Because I have to really hone in a lot of skill, math, and also physics of just like, whoa, bam, you know, kind of shit, you know, like kind of match the gallop / my breath, you know, shit like that. Same thing with horse archery, which that would be cool to learn. You know, even if it's compound bow, just like, you know, learn that type of shit too, because there's like a symbiotic thing that comes to shit like that. And I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, if I had like, you know, a horse that's like a filly or something like that, you know, and slowly but surely trained it around stuff like that, you know, to get used to like maybe gunshots and shit, to be able to like teach it to be like, you know, while I'm horseback riding, kind of almost be like kind of a war horse almost. That'd be cool as fuck. So, I mean, the horse walker hat idea, like, I actually, like, fucks with that. Who knows? Maybe, like, you know, in the future or something like that, I could probably find myself working a job like that. And maybe actually, like, kind of get enough experience to maybe do something around along those lines. I mean, maybe not, like, to the same degree I'm talking about, but there's, like, really, like, a lot of jobs, even, like, urban places where, yeah, like, you know,
managing and handling horses is actually like, somewhat a sought out thing. I mean, some police departments have like, horses that they have people. It's like, yo, you're not part of like the police department, but we contract you to basically take care of them. Our police horses and shit. That'd be cool as hell. It'd be unfortunate because they're horse cops or cop horses, but it's like, I don't blame the animals. I also make sure they're given good health. The horses didn't ask to be a cop. Huh?
That ran the bathroom fucking day.
Is it dud? I thought that outlet had like a weird little like.
No, I'm trying to both settings, dog. Doesn't fucking work.
Oh, really? That outlet?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, because that's supposed to be it.
bro, I tried charging my beard trimmer. It worked. I thought it was fucking business. I tried the phone, the same board that I was charging in the fucking my kitchen.
Weird.
Fucking dumb.
Is the cord for this in here?
I don't know, dude. It's not working.
Alright, that's weird. Okay, well. Hey, it wouldn't be too, because
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta charge my shit.
Yeah, that's a little what the fuck. Well, maybe
There's not much more I know. There's a lot more than I thought I could do. There's a lot. There's still more I can do. Yeah, it's more than mouth, bro. Take one of these and just go to dry it up.
like a little rat. Oh, those.
Bigger one.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're asking. Yeah, it's all
Here, I'll find it for you.
No worries, all right, okay. I'm trying to like pressure your.
You saw that one that I was using before?
Well, you put it already in the. Yeah, but something like that. Well, actually, I don't want to use.
I'll use the exact one that I used. I washed it.
Okay.
It's in
Well,
my file.
all right. Well,
When I find it, I'll give it to you.
yeah, no worries.
That's the next thing I gotta do is try and chill. I took sleeping pills
Uh-huh.
just now. So,
So you're just.
oh, it's only 2 a.m. I'll be alright.
Oh, you're gonna be fine.
I thought it was later because I just do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So, I still gotta take out some recycling type shit and then to put my, that side door I have for my car. I'm just gonna put it in a fucking trunk. It's
Yeah.
literally in
Might
the
as
way.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just like.
It's just fucking there.
Yeah.
I wiped down like a lot of stuff, like the fucking. I disinfected all the handles and switches with like rubbing alcohol. I fucking I cleaned the piano. I cleaned the fucking
Yeah, I was
Coffee
saying. Yeah,
table.
like a little wipe downs and stuff. Yeah.
There was literally like from your balm, some caked black shit, like tar on the fucking coffee table, and I had to just take Clorox / rubbing alcohol and just have a thing like one of those wipes.
Oh
And
yeah.
just let it sit on it for a while.
Yeah,
it was
'cause
not,
it-
was not going to come off without. I had to let the chemicals
Well, yeah, like
solvent kill
yeah,
it.
because when it gets soaked in it, yeah, because it probably was there for a while. It probably is why it took a while to get off. Because like, weirdly enough, to quote, like,
Hey, so I'm just saying,
yeah,
look, next time, let's do a little more together.
for sure, yeah.
I did appreciate you doing the dish. I'm still not done. I let in the fucking the one that you have to hand wash. I
Yeah.
got that full of soap. I'm letting it sit, and then the I put a drain plug on the sink
So it kind of
and
feels.
got a little Clorox water going,
Yeah.
and some dung, and then
Mhm.
just letting the fucking ice packs sit in those bitches because
Yeah.
they got slime on them.
Uh,
I'm just gonna let the chemicals do the work.
if you want, I can take care of that later too, if you like, because I'm gonna be doing a shower later tonight anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, if you want-
I'm doing other stuff later too. You know,
Yeah.
last little bit,
Alright.
so
all right,
yeah, like if you want, I can mitigate, some of your own schmizzles.
Yeah, it'll really help because I'm for sure gonna have her here, and then we might go to a movie. I gotta pick her up at 10, so I got some time.
Mhm.
I could wake up at like 9, take a shower, get myself all pretty,
Yeah,
and then go pick her
all
up.
beautified.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to do all of it. I could like do some of it in front of her. I'm like, hey, before the movies, I want to brush my beard and stuff. And so actually, I think she'll see that. She'll like that. It'd be more attractive. It's like, oh yeah, my man takes care of himself. You know, like
It's
I
like,
put-
hey,
if
hold
I
on,
put
honey,
that
I
oil-
got like 5 minutes. I need to do
Yeah,
some shit.
Let me put some oil in my beard.
Which actually is kind of funny because it's always been like, come on, girl, why do you have to like
I
be
know,
on?
that's
You know,
not
it's
fun.
like the.
But like it's quick.
I know,
I
I know,
spray.
I know, I'm
boom, boom.
making it funny. That's what I'm doing.
I mean,
because it's like,
The beard looks good with this, right?
honestly, it literally, instead of being all like kind of, it's now like
uniform.
uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like
I brushed it
that's-
through.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
some good shit.
I'll do that, and then sometimes I'm gonna just use straight up beard oil because I have some of that too.
Yeah,
Because
Good
that
shit.
actually helps the beard oil actually helps germinate
germinates shit.
new holes, like I need that up here. It's like
I kind
very
of
thin.
look. Yeah, maybe not a lot, because I care on my head shit, but I should probably like kind of like help. Try to,
What you need to do is get a boar's brush, bristle brush, and scrape. What's happening?
well,
is
I
your pores are getting clogged by skin cells, like the skin
probably
cells.
because most of my work too, because I work the
it's called,
fries and shit.
it's called exfoliation.
Exfoliation. I know what you're talking. Yeah.
You gotta
But
scrape
because
them
of
out.
yeah, especially my work, other shit. Yeah, it's something
It'll
that
open up those pores, and then those little hairs can start to want to grow.
yeah.
All right, man.
I mean, luckily I don't really deal too much
I
like.
got.
I
can talk
know. We can do it endlessly, folks. You don't support ice? Yeah, fuck ice. Wait, was someone being a weird ice muncher? America lives. Oh wow, we got a troglodyte. That's all that's going on. Okay. You weak communist parasites. Literally says to do with a PFP of like a fat old fart man that literally looks like he's like 2 seconds away from dying of heart disease. Fuck off. Like, goddamn, bro. Literally, the species would fundamentally be better, and the planet itself would be better as soon as that congestive heart failure just hits you. And not just you folks, but also me. I business people every so often. I really like this one. This body right here. I like it. He's just a handsome folks.
Weak toga man, the beard and the hair.
Dude, there's gonna be one day I'm gonna say fuck it and just point it to you, and it's just gonna be. There's like a light round beer belly thing going on with Toga too. It looks like early stage.
It's not that. It's just.
It's
I
so.
have a-
It literally is the way the towel is formated. It literally is the formation of the towel and its folds of the towel.
It's like some samurai. Whoa! He's got his.
I don't know why it's. I don't know why it cracks me up, dude. I don't know why, but it does. What the fuck?
Sumo.
All right. Oh my god, what the fuck? I don't know why, but when he comes in with that towel wrapped up, sometimes it cracks me up because the way he has it set and the way the towel folds are, it really does look like a roundness right here, and then just other shit. I don't understand it, but it's just funny. It cracks me up. I don't know why. But it's like Greco white samurai toga man, I guess. I don't know. He's the new Tom Cruise in the Last Samurai movie. Actually, unironically, Logan actually probably would be good for that movie, The Last Samurai. Oh my god, he actually probably would be a good filler for that. Yo, Logan, have you ever seen The Last Samurai by that's got?
It's a good movie. I've That's one of my favorites from growing up, and my brother showed me. The Tom,
Tom, yeah, dude. I was just saying, dude, you really would be a good filler. You know, like instead of Tom Cruise, it was you. Yeah.
With the hair like.
Right. Yeah, dude. You could actually low key, dude.
Because I do have that kind of southerner, you know, like the Tennessee.
Well, yeah. No.
But then with the, like, you know, Japanese, like Asianized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll
Part
say.
of the movie, he's like a Westerner.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, I do have like only like the most tiniest snippet because like I kind of get where some people get with the like white savior trope saying a bullshit, which like, I mean, sure. But the whole Last Samurai is not meant to be about him. It was meant to be the Last Samurai that he was with.
Black Samurai. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because there actually was.
His own children and everything.
Yeah, because he was, you know, a slave initially within
Remember
us.
Shogun, the TV show?
Yes.
That was good too.
That was too.
Oh, I'm doing that thing.
Yeah, but at least with the Black Samurai. But yeah, like with him, because I'll keep talking about it if you guys can fucking. But he was initially a slave that was sold to a samurai. You know, like tangential.
Bro, he was a big ass dude though, too.
Yeah,
Bro
but he was.
like,
Yeah, but he was like, you know, tangential with like Diamo with the samurai that.
Here, look away. I gotta throw this in the room.
Okay. I mean, I could just do that, I guess. Just see the feet. There we go. But yeah, like also I at least have door closed anyway, fuck it. I mean the shower time is a half. But so but yeah, like he was initially, I think, like sold off as a slave to a samurai that was, you know, higher up, you know, to a local Diamo, but because of like how big it was and how also like they kind of respected him in a way, you know, at least with that main samurai, you know, he actually gave him like an equivalent of genuine like kind of equal status. There wasn't really he wasn't like an official samurai, but he was pretty much trained in those ways, actually did have like some, you know, like kinship towards that shit. Like he actually did, like, for all intents and purposes, might as well have been one. It was just one of those things where he never really had the official title of that. You know, but you know, it was a really interesting story with him ultimately. Which is really cool as fuck. And he even had like an adoptive Japanese name that I think he took on as well. Talking to Bashar al-Assad was sentenced to Gulag for his war crimes. Unfortunately, he is one of Putin's sluts, so it's going to be hard for Syria to retrieve him. Yeah. I don't know. Like, how do you feel about, like, Assad, Rip? Because I don't know, like, there's a part of me that I'm just kind of like, the current Syria now is like kind of, I don't know, more fucked, right? Yeah, it's a weird conundrum. Do a few upper level regime officials get in the gulag though? Oh, that's at least good, I suppose. Either way, I don't know. I mean, I guess good, I guess, but I just hate how, like, you know, circumstances are the way they are when it comes to this type of shit. Serious actually the issue I described Kyle Moston, Lamau. I mean, I guess I'm not really as, like, strongly leaning on one way or the other. I just kind of hate the bedfellows and the conundrum that is the situation, you know, going on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have, like, a strong feeling one way or the other with it. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie. During the broader Syrian civil war, I kind of initially was more on, like, Assad's side. And yeah, but given just the war crimes, other shit, it's like, man, just fuck it all at that point. I just like, I ain't supporting none of that at a certain point. I was like, fuck this shit. It's just not worth, quote, picking a side outside of just uplifting, the people and ending the suffering and the conflict that's going on there and finding any way to end that bullshit. Which unfortunately with the Middle East, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But I mean, I suppose with the lesser of two evil principles here, it makes more sense. I suppose with this new government, but at the same time, it's like the dude came from fucking Al Qaeda. I mean, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? That guy ain't a saint either. He's a fundamentalist and probably a war criminal himself. I mean, so is it really going to be that better? I mean, time will tell no matter what. I mean, so far, I suppose it's at least been more stable, but Israel and everything else going on in that region is still kind of keeping that from really happening to an extent. Somehow simpler times when the Syrian civil war was the biggest global hot potato. I know, right? Because at least then it's like, yeah, we got some takes and stuff. Because I think, I don't remember, but I think we had some back and forth about it, because I think I was at the time. Because before Jimmy Dore even went like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs mode, there was at least certain things where I'm like, I'm not 100% sure about the evidence about like, the supposed shit that, Assad did or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I was actually legit kind of on one of those like kind of lefties about it. Because I'm, staunchly like, fuck the Civil War, fuck ISIS, fuck al-Nusra, and fuck the American imperialistic Al-Qaeda, al-Nusra front, and all this other shit. It's like, because we're, even the Pentagon and other elements of our own government was funding both sides of the Civil War. It's like, I was just against that shit, and, in the sense of being like, at least Assad is against all that shit and fighting against it, right? Like, so I had my take at the time, but at this point, it's just like, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but I guess maybe it was ultimately for the better. But given the circumstances of like ISIS, al-Nusra, and just everything with the complexity of that shit, despite it somehow being such a simpler time, it's a weird thing to think about, isn't it? Man. This is why I say that, like, post 2015 is literally when, like, shit immediately went. COVID, I think, is when a lot of people realized it, but I think there were a decent amount of people that were kind of ahead of the curve, like, me. That was like, oh yeah, shit's fucked up. Like Hillary versus Trump, and then fucking Biden and Trump. Oh my god, dude. It was just. The writing was on the fucking wall, man. And I just wish more people saw it. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck. Oh yeah, because you have the DD Sloth, don't you, Rip City? Yeah, because Melty needs to go back to his Assad artwork, and then bro, I found like some old artwork of mine and shit. I haven't gotten all of it, but I do have some of it in this drawer right here. A lot of it, I think it's like high school work and stuff, I think. Hey, what the hell is this? Holy fuck! Dude, I am just finding some shit that I didn't even realize I had in this drawer, bro. Dude, I should do something with this. I don't even know what. I don't know if I want to show it, but I don't know. But I'll put it right there for another time. Or the fucking put the DD Sloth. Yeah, not only should you scan it, but you should also make it like color photocopies so we all have the DD Sloth amongst us all. You know what I mean? We all deserve the DD Sloth. And I'll actually canonicize it amongst, the Ignar universe. Like, we'll make sure, like, DFF has the Senor Tamat. We have the DD Sloth. Bro, once we get big enough, I'm totally making DD Sloth plushies. And making little mini Ignar plushies, too. So everyone can have a little Ignar to be like, sitting up somewhere, struggle for bed. I don't know if you're horny and weird, kinky enough. Fuck it, I don't care. Like, like do whatever you want with it. Check out a window, lol. No, dude, don't deny you would totally have a DD Sloth plushie to have on display on the shelf somewhere. Like with the Rick and Morty pipe or something, you know what I mean? Like, come on. You would not have a DD Sloth just chilling. Really? You would not have a DD Sloth just doing this thing, just hanging out, being this thing, being cool as fuck. You serious? Like a little fuzzy DD Sloth with all the hippie shit, with a little bong, next to it, just chilling. And then, like, come on, man. I swear to God, if you're like, nah, bro, dude, come on. You don't tell me you wouldn't have that somewhere in the corner. Got a Rick and Morty bong. Dude, if we had DD Sloth plushies, that Rick and Morty bong would be perfect for the DD Sloth, bro. Oh my God. And we have to make sure that we have like two versions. We have one that has like loose arms where you can just kind of do whatever with it. And then we need one where it's like grasping something. So, and it's like really tight up against the chest so you can slide a bong in there so the DD Sloth is holding on to it. Like, for example, like something like this, right? Like that length, we get different sizes of them. So, this is even better. We're business. We got a business right now. Dude, we're pitching some business. So you get different sizes depending on the size. And, especially with the ones that like, are hugging, you can slide it on to the neck. And then you can have a DD Sloth holding on to the bong and smoking with you every time. Dude, this is money. Oh my God, we gotta do it. We got to do it. In fact, I even have, I think, kind of a little bit of an example because I have this. I have this little guy, little meerkat. I actually got this at the Oregon Zoo a long time ago, back when they actually used to have meerkats. But see, it's little hands are attached, right? So, well, this is way too tiny, but I mean, you kind of get the idea. You bloop, stick it down. It's like chilling right there or something. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? Well, okay, I just used it a little too hard, but whatever. But that's kind of the premise. It's just like whoop, slide on there, a glove, and boom. I mean, come on, that's a pitch right there. I swear to God, people are like, nah. That shit would sell. Watch it like actually be pitched on Kickstarter and actually be like, like something totally worth it. And the people actually buy that shit. Because I would. Now we just need a DD Sloth as plushies. Mostly for what I'm talking about. Because he's a DD Sloth. He's a hippie DD, within us all. He's very sloth-like. Flash, 100-yard dash. How you doing, buddy? Very good to see you. Oh man, I kind of love that little scene in DMV with the fucking sloths and shit with Flash literally being a sloth. Fucking love it. But for real though, that's what it needs to be. We need that. We need that in all of our hearts. Hey, don't be trying to fall over, son of a bitch. There. I think I grab a little one more. Hang out and chill a little long and all that fun shenanigans and shenanigans. Ugh. And hopefully my homeboy is soonishly done with his shower so I can release some business, I tell you what. had to give the doggos a little love tax. They were looking really adorable, and they had to get a little tax of scritch and love. Especially Jazzy. She literally was just resting her head on a pillow, just like, meh. I was like, okay, that deserves some scritches and some love. And she just kind of looked at me like, just kind of pressed in against my scritches, and I was just like, oh, you sweet baby. Vita didn't really care. He was just kind of like, stretch. Meh. He was kind of like, whatever. Meh. Goofy Doge. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Hopefully my homeboy is done soon. He's still in there, which is like, But I can hold it better as home, Bill. Son of a Bill. Gonna take some time, I tell you what. This is gonna be some bullshit. But I'll at least, finish this last little bad boy. And all that good shenanigans. But besides our friend of the deity Sloth, what are the little, honestly, what's some other pitches that we can have? You know what I mean? I feel like, we're having a little whirl there, and I kind of want to keep going with the ball. All that for no brain. I'm pretty sure I probably got like a bigger brain than you. I'm Megamind over here, bitch. Little Mary Poppins Todd ass looking motherfucker. Doc at the 5-hour shower MC. Logan kind of low key does that, but I do too. We were actually funny enough talking about it earlier today how like we both love really warm, kind of like hot showers because in a way it is kind of therapeutic. Like after I, do my shower, I literally will just spend like 20 minutes just being wet in the hot water, just be like, it's nice. And just sit there. Just like, this is nice. Maybe do some stretches, kind of like crack some up because I got that warm water, help loosen some shit up. Then just kind of sit there and just like kind of like flow the water through my hair and shit, and just kind of just let like this feels nice. Cup my hand a little bit every so often, just like just get my face, just like nice. And just sit there. Just do that every so often for like 20 minutes. At least until the heat of the water just starts wearing off, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Get the biz out of the way first, and then the rest of the time you're just like, nice. I will say, feels nice. But at least for me, it's definitely because of my Nordicness. Like, warm waters feel way better to me than cold water. And like saunas, hot tubs, just hot showers, like I'm just a sucker. Or just like a really nice, like warm pool or something. Which I know sometimes, you can find occasionally. I know like in Oregon, occasionally you can find some decent little hot springs and shit. They're not like hot springs, but like in the sense of like they're boiling hot or whatever. But because of like some of the dormant-ish volcanic activity that surrounds some places in Oregon, with the water reservoirs, it kind of heats up that water from internally, from like in the geography core and shit like underneath, and sometimes there's these little pools of water. It ends up being like pretty decently warm. Where it's like, oh, this feels nice. I mean, even in the winter, it's still gonna be cold shit because it's the winter, but like it's like it's still nice though. It's like, but usually people during the winter time are not going out to be in that shit because it's too cold. But during the summertime, it's good shit. Man, I need to go camping again, goddammit. Unfortunately, couldn't do it this year. But next year, folks. Shit, we're gonna let me call people names. So that's the one calling me some names and being like a weird little bitch boy. Like, it's not my fault that you have a bunch of sea salt up your pussy. Like, you're not exactly being some macho tough guy, by the way, either. Kill me flag, guy with a button hat. Like, ooh, wow, got him there, bro. Oh, whatever shall I do? Oh, I've just been owned. I can't stream anymore. You know, I just have to hide myself now. I just got to go. I can't do it anymore, man. What the fuck, bro? Just assume my gender. Nah, I just assume you're a dumbass. That's the guy with a PCOS face. Sure, buddy, cool. You really own them there, man. Oh, damn. Wham, bam, thank you, bam. Oh, no. I've been owned. Oh, whatever shall I do with my Megamind head and my aesthetic of punk fucking pinnage with armor all over my hat? Oh, no. Whatever shall I be? I can never recover from this. Just stop it. Why do you do this to me? Oh my god, dude. Is that what you want? Is that what you're trying to expect? Like, because your little rage baits aren't really doing much. I just like to do improv every so often because it's fun. Especially fucking around with people like you. So, but again, it's not my fault that you had such salty pussy that you didn't realize that you pissed in your own Cheerios this morning. So, I don't know what to tell you. Ain't my fucking problem. Got any more creative things? I want to keep going with this. You're my little ball of yarn to the Kit Kat over here. Come on now. Come on, little ball of yarn. Sauron's on you. Are you not entertained? What else? Oh, I was looking at like what were those cast by other little yarn balls. I will say, Cass, like every so often there's like another cast, like Cast Vision, that shows up, who's someone I used to know, and every once in a blue moon, I'm like, I always forget that you're different people sometimes. Just want to bring it out because I think, you know, even though it was like, oh, hey, what's up? Because he didn't really, you know, was sound enthusiastic because I think, you know, because he knows, because Cass's name is Gabe, like, because he was a former roommate of his at one point, and I was just like, I hope you know they're different people. There's two people nicknamed Cass here at this point. Did I borrow yarn and just leave? Yeah, sometimes I've never seen it. Yeah, he comes in here occasionally. I mean, there's an off chance I might see him tomorrow because we're both going to see Jesse Wells in Portland because I got a ticket for that. So, I mean, it's been years since I've last seen him, and I will admit, like, pretty much everyone that in my friend group pretty much basically doesn't like him at all. But like, I'm not. I hate to say it, like, I'm acquainted and he's fine, but like I'm not gonna like be close with him or anything. But I keep him in his mind, especially just because he's a friend of mine or whatever. But in his virtue of like I recognize you, like it's a way to remember you and recognize you, basically. That's about it. Cause like yeah, dude, a lot of the shit, you know, when it came to when you were a roommate with my friend, like yeah, dude. I can't exactly be on your defense or any all that shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm also like, bro, like, you got your thing, I got mine. I don't have a problem chit-chatting. Yeah, we meet each other at a show. That's cool, but don't expect we're going to be, like, super close or nothing, honestly. Like, I'm just saying, you know, but we're still chill in the sense of just, like, we're acquaintances, and I don't mind
saying what's up and whatever, but that's kind of about it. I have my circles, and you're on one of the outer circles. You're not in my inner circles. Struggle to fight our deity. Oh, I'm sure it's around. It's probably like in a box or some shit that's like buried deep in somewhere. Maybe like your old like high school stuff that you probably still got around. Might be around with that shit. Dude, I've been like kind of discovering random shit of mine. I'm like, motherfucker, I had this happen to me a few times. So I don't know. It just might be in a spot you didn't think about, like an old box, you know, some high school shit or something in it. Yeah, you're Tennessee Cass. Actually, that's a good nickname, actually. Tennessee Cass. That's a good way to differentiate. You know what? I wish YouTube had a way to, like, nickname you guys. Where it's like I could click you guys, and instead of the @ I could be like, add a nickname for them. Like, I wish I could do that, honestly, because that would actually be kind of cool. Dude, that would have been kind of cool if I could do that. Because I know I think with, if I remember, I think, Kick might do that. I know Discord does for sure. Which is not a streaming thing or anything, but, I don't remember if Instagram does or not. Because I haven't streamed there, you know, forever. Because I will say, at least usually, that's kind of a backup, you know, for streaming, but hopefully I don't have to. Because Instagram kind of is a little bunk. Ow. That's still hot? Jesus Christ. Okay. When the summer room hell, the dead will walk the earth. Yeah, they kind of already do. Have you not heard of Mitch McConnell? Mitch McConnell's like one of those dudes, okay? Like, that's been happening for a time, my friend. But here, I'll be right back. We're going to take a piss. Hopefully, if my friend's done with the shit. That sounds like he is, because you're a fan, right? Well, perfect. I just see shit. Oh, Peter. Come here, Vito. Little sweet boy. Up. Big old flute button. That's where I'm sitting, you goofball. Yeah, I'm about to plop that ass on you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, you big old boy. Look at you. You're so cute. You're such a sweet boy. Oh, floof. Oh.
Floof, no meats, but all floof. Big old boy. Goofy old Doge. Oh, you're just a goofy boy. You're just a sweet boy. Oh, you're just a bean. Boop. He kind of likes this little corner now. You like the little corner? I just realized that because that's where I lay my head. I'm probably unintentionally gonna be bonking on that fucking shelf right here so much with my. Oh no! I just realized that because we're Vito's big ol' floofness. Yeah, I just that's gonna be interesting. Don't be flying around battery and causing chaos and shit. Well, Vito, yo, you careful. You were in some danger zone shit right there, bud. Whoa, Vito. Petito. Oh, you stretchy boy. You stretchy boy. Big old stretch boy. Yes. You're such a big boy. You're such a happy stretch boy. Yeah, look at all that floofy chest. Yes, you love all those pats on your chest. Just so that muscle and floof. It's all the top master floof. Good dog. Come on. Hang up. Hang up right here. Yeah, post up. Whoa. Whoa. Damn, your tail, dog. Jesus. Your tail is a fucking legal registered weapon within the ATF. Can you, like, chill, fam? His tail's literally registered in the ATF. Like, it's so insane. It's pure muscle and lethal weapon type of shit. I swear, you get, like, someone who's just small enough, and it's Vito with all of his might with his tail, just smacks him in the head, they probably wouldn't get knocked out. Even when he just tries to lay down, he just plop ass so hard. He's just got nothing but muscle up all on that booty and tail. All that ass muscle. All those gluteus maximus muscles. Yeah, Vito, you just love those ass plops, don't you? Goofy boy. He's proud of it, too. He'll be so happy when he's like... when he does it, he's just so fucking happy with shit and grin. He's just like, yeah, I'll plop that ass. Do I get a treat for it? Goofy old boy. Here we go. Boop. Dogtail smacking nuts. Luckily, because of how he curls his tail when he's happy, swinging that around, that's kind of hard to do. But he will kick you or jump on your nuts. I've had that happen. I mean, there's been... I'm not going to lie. Between, like, the cats I grew up having, the dogs, my dog, dude, my nuts have been just murked by all sorts of different bullshit growing up. And now with these, especially with these dogs now, especially, it's just like, bruh. Unironically, I probably am either like nowhere near sterile as I should be, or I'm like just straight infertile. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care. That's good by me. Like, I don't want to necessarily be like fertile. I'd rather be like, less opportunity for children, the better. That's how I feel about it. Not that I would do it for septic or anything. Fuck that. But no kids though. And if enough hitting nuts, throughout my life is help, allow that to be, then I think I'm okay with that as silver lining.
Okay, I'm having like weird PTSD shadow pains in my nuts now, just thinking about all the. I don't know why, but I literally just had like the tiniest wave of just like oof, even though I have not been hit at all recently there. All the traumas. Oof. Little big old potato. Big old poof. Big old floofmeister. Look at this boy. He looks so like upset. He's like, "What, Unc?" Dude, look at all like. Look at that. Look at that weapon. That is a weapon right there. That is the culprit. That right there is a fucking weapon, my guy. Is a Vito good boy? Is that a boy? That's a good boy. Look at that tail. Look at that weapon. Look at that baton. Look how small, like, yeah, I know there's like East Father with his like, but dude, look at all that. Look at this ostrich leg. That's an ostrich leg, dude. Look at all that muscle and all that meat. Like, what the fuck, man? Vito, low-key, why are you caked up back there? I always thought Jazzy was a chunk, but Vito legit unironically is a little caked up. Like, why? For a dog, you legit got, like, unintentionally, like, some straight, like, muscle booty shenanigans going on. It's insane. Looks like my German Shepherd. Well, he is got some Shepherd in him. With some Border Collie and American Bully. And frankly, a lot of that little thick going on back there is probably because of the American Bully, probably. Chassis is just very flat-backed and broad-shouldered, unlike Vito. Yeah, where she's got more Bully than not, but Vito's got a little bit more Shepherd and Collie than not. They're super mutts. The Vito Potato. Man, I was low-key kind of hoping, too, that his ear would start growing back a little bit with the fur, but it's just a little permanent fork. The poor boy's got a permanent fork in his ear. Is a Vito good boy? Are you a good boy? Oh, yes, you is. Uh-oh, I activated him. Oh, Lord. Oh. What's up, big boy? Oh, I love it when he does that. Spreads his little feet out. Oh, that's so cute. You're such a good boy. Are you just a boy? Are you just a sweet boy? You just a sweet boy. Oh. I don't know why he's looking at me all sad. It's like, I'm sad, Unc. I'm just here in the corner. Someone left the bad cats in my barn. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe one of these days they're going to have a kitty again, but not necessarily anytime soon. I mean, I will say they're pretty easy to maintain for the most part. Like, especially if they're indoor cats, like, as long as they, pretty much like free treated, they got the shots, they just like feed them, have a litter box, and they just do their thing, and that's all, and that's it, you know what I mean? Then, that's pretty much about it. You don't really have to worry about anything else. So, eventually I would like to have one again at some point, but not really worry about it anytime soon. A lot of it's just because of, like, miss my old cats that I had growing up, like Scooter, Chewy, Baby Kitty, or Bandit, Loki. Like, I've had different cats, and shit, like, where I'm like, man, especially when you have a cat with a really good
friendly, fun personality. It's just like, you just can't help but at least, want a little something like that in your life. I'm just like an animal magnetist anyway. Like, I have an animal magnetism, overall. I've always kind of had one, so ultimately I'm just kind of like, I like to have that again at some point, but I'm not worried about it anytime soon right now. Just gotta remember to change the weather. Wait, what's up, Rip City? Wait, what about the oil wave if I found this amount? Hold on. Wait, what? Did YouTube Roblox a comment of yours? Just gotta remember to change the oil every 5,000 miles. It's mainly for okay. I just let him feed and sleep. That's fair. I mean, if you're out in the barn and stuff like that, hey, I mean, feral cats like that make kind of some sense a little bit. Especially to keep out rats and other pests, and shit, you know what I mean? So, wonder if he get back to Melty. We could always ask him. Oh, you know what? I think we might have. Or at least you might have. I think I vaguely remember Tyler once mentioning that he had it, I think, a couple years back or some shit, or not that long ago. I vaguely remember Tyler or Metal Team mentioning that he had it, I think. I would say ask him, or at least, maybe send him a telegram and, see what he says when he responds back to you. Maybe I could ask him, because it would be legit to get that, somewhere, recovered and then not just, digitalize it and maybe get some copies of it, but maybe remaster it, too. Maybe have Metal T make a new version of it. Same thing, but just the 2026 version instead of, the 2014, 2015 version. That'd be cool. Also speaking of the cat stuff, because I had a pin on it. When I was at my house last time, I also found out apparently, do I even want to bring it up? I now just literally thought about it. Do I even want to bring it up? Fuck it. I guess I already teased it, I suppose. But I just don't even know where the hell to start with it. Bring it up. Well, when I was at my house last time, which was, albeit, a little my fault with the chaotic, get some shit out, cleaning some drawers, much other stuff. Ultimately, ended up being good. Within the chaos, there was some order, that was brought to it. But while I was there at the house, getting some different shit, my pops out of nowhere popped out, for all the way being like, oh, by the way, don't open Robert's old room up. There's a bunch of cats in there. And I'm like, I looked at him like, why the fuck how many? And why? And he never specified the number. He just said, yeah, we just kind of, we're a little cat house right now. And I literally just did this and just walked back into my room, grabbed more shit. I'm like, I'm glad I don't live here anymore. I audibly said that, being like, I'm just glad I don't live here anymore. I didn't even want to say anything else to my dad for the rest of the night. I was like, I got so much shit I just want to say to you. No. Just no. Because it was just what? Do you know what is about to be the Star Bomba on your ass that's coming up? Do you not know what the fuck is going on? Oh. And that's happening. Oh, man. It's yikes, basically. I would say that much. You know what I mean? Because inside, outside, mostly outside. Especially at night, wants to run out. Dude, that's how my cat Bandit used to be, but then Coyotes got him. Dude, you might want to try to... also because of environmental factors, like you want to try to encourage that cat to not do that. Like legitimately. So Paps is back. I thought that was still a must go. I guess you're not really in the loop as much, Rip City. But yes, the house for all intents and purposes is, but Granite still has to come here with other people to like assess property and other shit, including gutting it for all intents and purposes. And that's an official date in September, and like whatever's there, regardless of who shit is or who isn't, it's basically out. So it's like it's a thing, but that includes Pabst, being out too by a certain date as well, and I don't think he knows that. Every night I have to catch his ass before he gets out. Yeah. I mean, I understand you, man. Like, my cat Bandit was the same way. I would, like, go to bed at night, have my door open a crack sometimes, and then Bandit would sneak in and be like, meow, meow, hanging out. And I have my window closed, but then he would literally, like, and literally open the window and then sneak out. And before I have a chance to grab him or whatever, and even if you had, like, a little block or anything else, like, to help block it, he will literally get pissed off and freak the fuck out and just will annoy the shit out of you about it. He's insane. Like, Bandit was diabolical about it. He was definitely like a predominantly outdoor, but was also an indoor cat, but it was something. A lovely, intelligent, insanely smart, great cat, and wish I still had him around. Like how Pap's somehow even older than his old father. In a weird way, I guess. I don't know. I guess. Like windows, paper bags, filled with food, etc., etc. Yeah, you still got that old clip of Bandit too, yeah. Yeah, he was a great kitty. Sorry about Bandit, dude. I mean, it still hits and hurts, but dude, I've had so many cats and pets that, I got like such a connection with and shit when it comes to stuff like this. I mean, it's kind of hard to feel such a strong emotion on one without like kind of think about the others too. I mean, it's weird when you have like pets that you've even literally have been there in their final moments, and then like and shit like that. When it comes to like. Or even, honestly, even stumbling upon one of your pets and they've already passed and you didn't even fucking realize it. Like, I mean, I've been for that when it came to a lot of my pets, and it's just like, fuck. Like, so, I don't know. In a weird way, it's easier as it happens more often. And I suppose in another weird way, like, the first, pet that I've had that passed away was the one I was talking about initially about his final moments and literally being there with him, which was my first cat, Scooter. And he was like an orange, tabby, short hair cat. And he was like, honestly, even, I hate to say it, even better than Bandit. He was just the greatest fucking cat that I think A1 could ever fucking have. Like, legitimately, he was fucking amazing. And I do remember that same night when it was passed, because I was at work and I knew like it was like a week leading up to where I was kind of paying a lot more attention to him because he was acting different. And he was old. He was like 16 plus years old. He was an old guy, man. He was an old man. I knew. I mean, and also he had like his own health issues too. Like I remember, when I was a kid, like at one point his bladder got, clogged with a really bad, like basically equivalent of a kidney stone, and he nearly died from it until he got surgery. And had to be on a special diet basically, like all that type of shit. Like, but despite that, it was always been a fucking trooper. And I don't know. I feel like in a weird way, like maybe this is just me anthropomorphizing him a bit in this one, I think, once he realized, like, in his own way, in his own little time clock sense, when it was time, like, he wanted to make sure that, like, everyone had a chance to be around him, at least to some extent. Because the reason why I say that is because when I came back from home from work, when I used to sort of say, for, like, when the night he passed happened, he literally was just like, I opened the front door to the house, and he was like right there next to the couch, just curled up in a ball, just right there. And I in my mind, I literally, like, because I knew the night before, we already kind of assumed it was going to probably happen. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind while I'm working, like, I gotta, like, get home as soon as I can. And I was like rapid fire rushing. I even on my lunch break, I came back home to check on him, and he was still kind of walking around, drinking water a little bit. Like, he was still pushing a little. And but when I got off work, when I saw him, even in my mind, I knew. And first thing I just did, and my first gut reaction was like, just get my work shit off first, and then just grab a pillow. And I just gently put him right on top of that pillow, and I picked him up, and both my parents were in their room, and I just like popped in there. I was like, I think it's time. I think he's going, and I don't know. I don't even know how fucking long. Maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half. And I also had a beer with me after work, but I kind of like drank a little bit of that first, just kind of, I put him on the bed, kind of walked away for a sec, being like, oh, fuck it. Realizing it, it's like this, my boy's been with me since I was like 6 years old. And I'm like, I don't know, like, if he was 16 and 22 maybe, he's been around for a long time. And it was kind of like that moment of realizing, like, shit. It was like, I never really have experienced that before. And I'm not trying to get too emotional, but fuck, I'm not even at the peak of it when it comes to this, because at a certain point when I was with him, I don't know how to explain it besides he was having his palpitations, I guess, when it came to his last little moments. My mom just was like, I just can't watch, and she walked out. But me and my dad, like, we just stuck around, and I was right over him, and I was just kind of quietly talking to him, being like, I don't even want to bring that part, but like, but at a certain point, because every so often I just like rest my head on his chest just to listen, because I knew eventually it wouldn't be there anymore, and at a certain point, it wasn't, and and that next and after we had a box for him and stuff, because we already had this kind of shit prepared for him, and we had him in the garage because we had a freezer in there, and I was going to be the one to do that. I kind of sat down for a sec, smoked a bowl, and I turned the radio on, for some music. I think on like 92.3, just trying to kind of distract myself. And then, of course, fucking Have You Ever Seen the Rain, by fucking CCR played. And even to this day, whenever that song comes up, fucking memories of that shit comes up to my mind. And it's just like, and of course, as a way to distract myself, I get more into it, and I don't even know how long. I was just bawling my fucking eyes out before I had to do that. And that wasn't even including having to bury him the next fucking day. I called out of work the next day because I was like, I need to do this. Like, it was happening. Because I wasn't going to be a fucking blubbery mess going to work after fucking, getting blisters on my hands, having to dig like a 3-foot fucking little grave for him. I know. That fucking song, dude. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, and it literally was like, anyway, so here's some of that blah, 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 in the middle of the night, and then it just played that. I'm like, well, so far for distracting myself, It's like, what the fuck, man? Ugh. Well, man, I'm actually surprised what kind of handle is good I did. I'm instead of bawling my eyes out, I'm only kind of tearing up a little bit. But yeah, it's. I mean, it's honestly, I mean, it doesn't even really feel as bad. It's kind of hits, but one thing that I really feel bad was when it came to my second cat that I had, Chewy, because when she was coming of age, when I came after work, because I already kind of knew that she was kind of, getting really old and doing the same thing. I kind of saw the same thing happen with her, and she was like a little thing, like a tiny little being. And at a certain point, like honestly, I kind of hate to fucking say it, but I happen to be I have a little strain. I killed it for a sec. Went to the bathroom, and I was, I heard something, and I was like, "What was that yowl?" And I came out, and this was just right after my dad, was feeding the cat something, for the night, including her. And I came out, and she just was underneath a chair, just passed out. Now I just sat there. I was like, "What the fuck?" Because the thing is, I mean, I kind of figured something was going on, but I was like, because after I went back, I was going to check on her and see what's up, but because she was pretty quiet and just, and was still eating. She ate the night before and stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know what it was, but I mean, she was an old cat too. She was only probably like maybe 4-ish, maybe 5 years younger than Scooter was. So, I mean, she was old. I mean, I know, like, it's not, uncommon for cats to live pretty long, but, I mean, usually on average for domesticated, it's usually about, like, 12, 13, some years-ish. So that was about how long she lived, even despite being a runt and shit. So, I mean, and also the most skittish little shit that you ever met. She only loved me. Like, there's been so many times where she'll just, like, crawl up right all up on me and just hang out with me. But whenever anyone else is around, she'll be like, "Oh, fuck no," and just get the fuck out and hide. She only ever wanted me. And also, the craziest thing is, too, is that my dad went to go grab bread and milk. That whole trope. Well, he came back, and he got that, but he came back with a cat. It was scared shitless because there's people outside the grocery store trying to get rid of these cats that they had. And he picked one up because he's like, "Oh, well, Scooter needs a friend, so I'll pick a cat up." And he picked a more cuter one, and he gave it to me, and that cat literally immediately, like, nestled right into me and just hid itself and, like, nestled stuff in between, like, my armpit and my, my body. And I was just like, gently petting and being like, "Hey, little guy, what's up?" Just very gently, just being chill about it. And then at a certain point, it kind of poked its little head out, was chilling for a bit, and started, freaking out because it's like, "Where's my mama?" All skittish and stuff. And I just went to the bathroom with a little bit of cat food, a little milk on like a little saucer, and all that shit. And I think that's why, she always was so hyper attached, for me and shit, because, with that. But also at the same time, she was strangely very feral as fuck. There was one time where she would literally, I woke up one morning being like, "Oh god, she took shit in my room, I already know. But why is it so pungent?" And I moved my head a little bit. She shat on my head. There was a little roll of a deuce, and I went, "Nah!" And I was like, "Oh, hell no." And I, like, looked where it was, and I immediately grabbed all that. And, well, first the shit, and I just literally, like, I was already shirtless, so I was like, "You know what? I'm getting nude immediately. I'm going to take an immediate fucking shower after I just, like, threw that away." I'm like, "Fuck you, cat, what the fuck?" Like, I kind of picked her up at one point, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I plopped her on my bed, and I'm like, "You fucking cunt!" I mean, she was kind of freaking out because I was mad. I'm, like, freaking the fuck out, obviously, but I'm not going to, like, take it out on her. I don't know why she did it, though. Yeah, I don't know why, bro. But never, I don't
know why it happened, bro. I mean, I'm trying to also make it lighthearted, about this cat too, because she was a little bit of a little shit. I mean, honestly, I loved her, bless her heart, but she was a little bit of a turd sometimes, man. Because she left one on my fucking head once, and in the meltdown moment when that happened, rightfully so in a weird way, I was like, I fucked up this cat, and then they were like, my parents were literally like, all right, we're doing it. You really sure? And I literally looked down, like, no, don't. No. I'm mad. Shit's in the laundry. Like, I just washed myself. I know I have to go to work in like an hour. I'm mad. And they know I smoke weed at this point. So I was like, I'm smoking a bowl real quick. Just let me chill out. Don't do it. Like, just, I'm just fucking mad about it. And they're like, all right. You won't do it. I was like, well, thank you. Plus, she's already old as hell anyway. Like, I mean, who would take her? Just let her hang out, for the final little bits of her life at this point. Like, she fucked up once, like, whatever. Well, she fucked up a lot, honestly. She was, like, weirdly litter box trained, but not litter box trained. If that makes sense. It was bad, man. She was a fucking wild card of a cat, bro. Like, she was, like, domesticated, but not, if that makes sense, Like, she was just a weird, like, chaos, wizard, conundrum, enigma of a Schrodinger's cat of domesticated and feral for being a cat. Like, I don't know, man, Because, I mean, yeah, she's also shat on my bed before, too, like, a few times, where I'm like, God damn it, gotta change the sheets and shit and get my replacement sheets. Like, what the fuck? Get the vinegar and all this other shit to, neutralize all the bullshit. Because it's not like, dog shit, you know what I mean? Which that's already bad enough as it is. But, like, cat shit and cat piss like that, like, you need some, like, vinegar and, like, a lot of it and other shit to, like, really neutralize the fuck out of that stuff, you know what I mean? It's not permanent, but you need, like, the right agents, to market that bitch, you know what I mean? Because, especially with cats, man, they can be really bad. See ammonia in the urine. Yep. And cats are really fucking bad with it, man. Especially when, got an unneutered male cat that wants to mark their turf everywhere. I will say the one cat that, Loki, which I will say wasn't really necessarily my cat, but I kind of partly, consider him that. He was an unneutered male cat, but he never actually did that. He'd do it outside, but if he was inside, hanging out and doing all that shit, being indoor, he never did it. Which was actually pretty surprising for an unneutered, male cat. I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. My cat isn't fixed. He sprays everything. When was he fixed? Nobody explained it. Depends how old the cat is. Because if the cat was neutered, after puberty and he's already been doing that, then there is a genuine chance that he might still harbor some of that behavior and still will try to do that. Like Bandit, like we neutered him, like it's mostly because he was spraying in the house, so we were like, oh hell no. Because beyond that, like his behavior never changed. He was just always being like what he was. Like it's just that one behavior that, was the kind of thing. Oh, wait, no, you're saying he isn't fixed. Well, okay, that explains it. Yeah, he's not fixed, so he's sprayed. Yeah, well, that's what male cats do, especially when there's other cats in the area. But yeah, like, it's especially if you don't want him doing that, you kind of have to do that. It's just one of those things. Which, in a way, especially because of a lot of ferals that exist, it's just healthier to do that and better for the environment and shit. As much as I love cats, like, the one time where I'm actually an animal advocate for like neutering is with cats. I'm not really like a big advocate for like dogs predominantly, outside of like stray dogs and shit like that. But like statistically and factually, like with bigger dogs, like Vito for example, or like my dog Zukop, like or like shepherds or like Malinois or Saint Bernards, etc. It's healthier that they keep their nuts more so that they don't, because if they don't, the lack of testosterone and the hormones that come with
them being a naturally male dog, causes things like muscle and joint issues and bone loss. When it comes to bone density loss, to be very severe issues when they're older, and that is something that is actually will shorten a dog's lifespan. I mean, so that's why, at least for me, personally, I especially don't, agree with totally with the idea of that entirely. But son-in-law, yeah. Well, cats, yeah. I mean, at least with from my experience, but for canines, it's a little different. But I don't know. I mean, there's pros and cons for both, but it just kind of depends on the animal, I suppose. I guess, right, and the breed too. My little dude is fixed, but still plan on doing that. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not ain't causing no problems, and ain't no rush, right? But if spraying and all that other shit is a big deal, then yeah, you probably want to make sure you get that kind of stuff fixed just a little bit. My ex had a husky. That's about it. Husky. Oh my god, I want one so bad. Hopefully, one of these days I can have Zukov have a little girlfriend, have a little husky, a little husky girl, to hang out with. I'm gonna make sure that at least her personality is chill and just like a Jazzy almost, where she's just I lay around and I plop. I like to play ball and all that other stuff, but for the most part, I just sit here and just hang. I just chill. Okay, I hate these fucking goddamn bags sometimes. What the fuck? Can I open it, please? Thank you. Jesus. It took forever to open that goddamn thing. I miss more than I do my ex. That's fair. Yeah, it's so much energy. That sounds like a husky. And they're very vocal, too. But weirdly enough, at least the huskies I've ever met have never been really that vocal and are never really super energetic. They're always pretty laid back and chill as hell. I'm just like, nice. That's kind of what I want for a husky. Probably, energetic and plays around and all that fun shit and all that, you know what I mean? But, for the most part, just kind of lays back, does his thing, all that shit. Just like this. Look at that. Just like that. Oh, look at that ball. Oh, I activated him. Feed a potato. Little beater. What's it now? Beater. Beater. Beater, potato. Vito. Are you a good boy? Up. Stretch boy. Oh, look at that stretchy muscle boy. Whoa! Hey, yo! Beat a potato.
Here's this.
Us showing off a little beat of petiterness and being a boy. Because he is a big beat. Alright.
And I got this on the floor.
Sweet. I was actually pretty much about to kill this nice little bad boy, and so
you do me a favor too. Take these guys up for just a potty. You don't have to walk on the. You can just go behind the.
Yeah, if you want, yeah, I can do that, and then.
I'm sure he's got to go poop.
He hasn't been super irascible, but he's been a little like, so punk.
Yeah,
I think you yeah, see. Well, now that you mention that, they're all like, "Oh, let's go, bro." Yeah, like I said, I'm about to kill it. This isn't empty yet, though, so we'll hang out for a little longer and stuff. I'll say I'm pretty a little excited for tomorrow because still gonna at least get some more biz done, before I go to my show for Just Wells, because I want to at least
kind of do like a weird little like pseudo like half move shit around and bring it back kind of thing. So I'm thinking, because I know what time the doors open for the show, so I'm thinking, all right, if I could at least show up like about halfway through, you know, before the show starts and when the doors open, that'll be good. So I'm like, all right, which I know what time that is. That's good. So I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can easily, you know, rock that shit out, and then when the show ends, go back, pick up the small shit, everything else is all staged up, and then literally go to my folks over there, be like, no touchy, next week, come back, and bada bing, bada boom. Sound like a little planarinos, blah, blah, blah. Golly, she's always kicking out. What the fuck? Huh? What are you talking about? Eh? What? What? Yeah, switch up salt. Man. That's a little better, like a little more heavy right now. That's a little better. Little better. Sorry, sweetheart. Oh, you want to buy me beer? You want to buy a beer for your little sweet little queer boy over here? I know I'm a little sweetheart, but come on now. You gotta monetize my love. I don't do it for free. Gotta be a little peg, you little slut. Come on now. You think I'd give this out for free? I don't know what Logan's listening to, but I just like how I just hear like a little. Sorry, darling, I'm married. You'll meet a good man someday. Don't deny it. You know your wife is a wretch, and you know that's why you're over here. Because you want to, release, a little bit of your closet energy. We know what you want. It's okay. You can be out of the closet here. There ain't nothing to be afraid about. You don't have to be in denial there, Suge. Just saying. At least I got a laugh out of you. That's something. That's at least a little something, something. But pretty much have one more gulp out of this. Like I said, once this finished, I'll wrap it up. So, what last little bit of a chit chat do we have for the evening? What little bow are we gonna wrap for this bill? What type of little wrap are we putting on this deal to booty blast that bill? I tell you what, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Ooh. Oh, nice. Ooh. I can't get that one. Damn.
Ooh. I can't get that. Damn. All right. Oh, that felt good. Oh, snack or pot rice. Fucking crispy treat, motherfucker. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that felt good. God damn. Oh, that felt nice. Whew. Oh, yeah, that's right. That felt nice. It's always good to do some stretches every so often. Yeah, that's right. It's good to do some stretches every so often to make sure you stimulate your muscles and body. Make sure it's all good instead of all stiff. All right, a little more than I thought. But I guess that will be our little bow, little stretch bow. Nice. But with all that being said, we shall be the Volga for the rest of the evening, and see y'all till that next one. Whenever that shall be.